Here we go. You ready? Down in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to our Buffs in-game live as we come to you from Folsom Field homecoming, the 103rd homecoming for the Buffaloes. As today at 4-4, they take on the 4-4 Cal Bears. Hi, everybody. I'm voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. We got a couple of the greats here. It's homecoming. They're back with the 1967 Bluebonnet Bowl team. Dick and Bobby Anderson, Boulder guys. I'm going to talk to Dick first because Bobby said age before beauty, so I'm going to talk to him first. How you doing, Dick?
I'm doing great. It's always wonderful to be back here in Boulder.
Oh, fantastic. I know you love this program, and can you believe how much it's changed around here? Isn't it amazing?
Well, the new facilities are phenomenal, and you know, they're really going to be good for recruiting.
Yeah. Bobby, it's been a while since we've seen you back here.
Well, it's great to be back. The Buffs, we hope they can pick up a win today against Cal, but good to see you, Mark, and we had a good time with you and Larry Zimmer years ago, didn't we?
Well, we did. You just want to take the sideline. Well, you know, we'll kick Andy Lindell out of here. You can do sidelines today if you want.
Well, I'm not sure I know the players quite as well, but I used to get to know the referees a lot, so I call them by name, and they give me some tips on what they're calling.
He used to do it. He walked right out in the middle of the field during the broadcast, just asked a referee. Dick, as you look back at that 1967 Bluebonnet Bowl team here, the celebration, good to see a lot of those guys back here.
An awful lot of them came back, you know, and some of them I haven't seen for 30 years. That you know, I get back here quite a bit, so all the local guys, I get to see it.
Yeah. What was special about that team?
Well, I think it's the teamwork. It's the coaches that we had, Rudy Feldman and Coach Crowder. We had great togetherness, teamwork. You know, that really is what it takes to win.
Yeah. Bobby, what do you remember about that team?
Well, it was a senior team that in the second game, Dick picked off 3 passes. In the first game ever played Knotson Stadium.
Wow.
Made himself an All-American that day, and we had great senior leaders. I had an offensive line I had great faith and trust in. And Kirk Tracy and Bart Bortles and Bruce Heath and Mike Mottler. We had great players. Monty Huber, who led the team in receiving for 3 straight years. We just had great players and great athletes, and all committed to one thing, and that was to win. Good 9-2 team that year. At one time, we were 3rd in the nation, Mark, but we had some serious injuries in the middle of the season that put us back a couple games, and then we finished with 4 straight wins and the big win in the bowl game against Miami.
Well, it was a great one, that 1967 Bluebonnet Bowl team. We're going to talk a little bit with Dick and Bobby Anderson about Rashawn Salam and Ralphie, being that they were here during the start of the Ralphie program. Right now, we're going to step aside this matchup between the Buffs and the Cal Bears. Neil Welk of CUBuffs.com has got his Fast 5. Okay, ready? Second segment, down in 3, in 2, and in 1. All right, Neil, thank you. As we continue with Dick and Bobby Anderson, 2 of the greats in Colorado history. Dick, we'll start with you. You know, it's 50 years not only from that Bluebonnet Bowl team, but 50 years of the Ralphie program. You were there when that thing first started and she first started running on the field.
And I don't think anybody knew what was going to happen. She tried to stay the heck out of the way.
Yeah. Early on, and it's not quite as organized as it was now, or is now, I should say. There were some wild times I've heard with Ralphie running the field back then.
Well, every once in a while you get loose, and then you had to run and jump in the stands. But no, it's a great tradition, and I think we've been voted the best mascot many, many years. So it just differentiates us from the other mascots in football.
Yep, she certainly is iconic. Bobby, let's throw it to you. We're going to see the 4th number in Colorado history retired today. Heisman Trophy winner Rashawn Salam. As you follow the program after all these years, what kind of recollections do you have of Rashawn?
Well, in that 94 season when Larry was calling the game, Mark, I watched him make the 2,000 yards against Iowa State that day. It was a great victory and a great run. You know, that was an offensive line that was unbelievable with Tony Birdie and Derek West, and those guys were really offensive. Heath Irwin, the All-American, he had a great offensive line. Matt Lepsis, and those guys that run behind, and those guys should all be proud of what is going to go on today for Rashawn Salam.
Yeah, that number 19 just up above us in the suites up. They're going to retire the 4th number here at Colorado. All right, let's settle this deal. Who was the better Anderson brother?
His number's retired, mine's not. Unfortunately, Bobby got hurt more in the pros, and I had a great opportunity to play for a wonderful team and coach in the pros. So I lasted longer than he did there, but he was certainly better than me in college.
Dick, remember that 72 Dolphins undefeated team. How about you? Who's better, you or?
Oh, Dick was a much better athlete all the way around. He played a smarter position, too. Being a running back was not a real smart position because everybody's after you, but we had a good time while it lasted.
You know, both college Hall of Famers. Gentlemen, good to see you both. That's Dick and Bobby Anderson, 2 of the greats in Colorado history as we wrap up our in-game live here at Folsom Field.
Welcome to Folsom Field. Before we take the field, it's important for us to share our commitment to your safety.
As a proud member of the Conference of Champions, University of Colorado is dedicated to providing its student athletes with an environment that fosters success both on and off the field. Our team chemistry is dependent upon hard work, camaraderie, and fair play.
By creating an inspiring, honest, and safe environment on the field, we are able to grow and develop both athletically and personally.
Today, I challenge you to be a good sport by continuing to keep Folsom Field safe and enjoyable for all, by respecting the officials, our opponents, and fellow fans.
Go Buffs!
And now, here's the starting lineup for your Colorado Buffaloes. Brought to you by Bank of the West.
Leo Jackson III, senior, defensive end, Atlanta, Georgia. Javier Edwards, junior, D-line, H-Town, Texas.
Chris Mulumba, junior, defensive end, Helsinki, Finland.
D-Mac, super senior, outside linebacker, Westminster, Colorado.
Drew Lewis, junior, linebacker, Seattle, Washington.
Rick Gamboa, redshirt junior, linebacker, Seymour, California.
Evan Worthington, junior, safety in Aurora, Colorado.
Ryan Mueller, redshirt senior, safety, Rifle, Colorado.
Isaiah Oliver, cornerback, sophomore, Phoenix, Arizona.
My name's Apalabi Lagura. I'm a senior. I play safety, and I'm from Snellville, Georgia.
Dante Wigley, sophomore, cornerback, Carrollton, Georgia.
Alex Kinney, junior, punter, Fort Collins, Colorado. James Stefano, freshman, kicker, Melbourne, Australia. Bryce Bobo, redshirt senior, wide receiver, Pasadena, California.
Shea Fields, senior, wide receiver, Carson, California.
Devin Ross, wide receiver, junior, Pasadena, California.
Jay McIntyre, redshirt junior, wide receiver, Boulder, Colorado. Jerome Irwin, 6-year senior, left tackle from the H.
Jared Cole, super senior, left guard from Pomona, California.
Tim Lynott, redshirt sophomore, Parker, Colorado.
Aaron Hagler, sophomore, Senior Valley, California.
Isaac Miller, sophomore, offensive tackle, Silver Creek High School, Longmont, Colorado. Chris Bounds, sophomore, tight end, Thousand Oaks, California.
Phil Lindsay, senior, running back, Denver, Colorado.
Steven Montez, sophomore, quarterback, El Paso, Texas.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Folsom Field for Colorado football. At the foot of the Flatirons at 5,440 feet of Rocky Mountain high altitude. Today we welcome back all CU alumni, friends, and family for CU's 103rd homecoming and Ralphie's 50th anniversary. Please direct your attention to midfield for today's game ball presentation. Matt Biggers, Associate AD for CU Athletics, is awarding the game ball to Larry H. Miller Toyota of Boulder's General Manager, Jared Black. The dealership gives back to nonprofit organizations in our community, and this year they donated more than $20,000 to local charities. Today they'd like to recognize two programs to which they recently contributed. Joining Jared from the YWCA of Boulder County is Sue Fagan and Leah Colia, who received a donation towards their Children's Alley program.
We also have John and Jill Sheldon, Lisa Vizzo Allen, and her son Aiden from the Autism Society of Boulder County, who received a donation to support their listening and storytelling program.
All right, Buffalo fans, it's time to make some noise and cheer shoulder to shoulder. Now, under the direction of drum majors Brandon Abel, Kerry Proctor, and Natalie Robertson, we proudly present the University of Colorado Golden Buffalo Marching Band. Now, fans, we direct your attention to the south end zone and welcome the CU cheer team. Joining the cheerleaders are former cheer alumni going back 47 years. Let's give them all a big welcome. Buff fans, let's hear you loud and proud. Time to show your CU pride with Fight, Fight, Go CU. Here we go. Louder. Come on, louder. Louder. We now honor dear old CU as we perform the University of Colorado alma mater, conducted by senior drum major Brandon Abel. We pay tribute to our great country and the men and women who serve in our military with courage and honor as we now perform a medley of This Is My Country and America the Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as the CU Marching Band honors America. The Star-Spangled Banner is conducted this afternoon by CU Marching Band Director Dr. Matthew Roeder. All righty, Buff fans, it's time to hear you. Join us in spelling out C-O-L-O-R-A-D-O. Let's do it. Let's celebrate Ralphie's 50th year. And time once again for the big CU cheer. Let's go CU East Side. Go Buffs. Let's hear the West Side. Homecoming on TV. Let's hear everybody. Director of Bands at the University of Colorado's Donald McKinney, Marching Band Director Matthew Roeder, Assistant Director Matthew Dockendorf, Graduate Assistants Britton Braddock, Chris Hulls, and Hannah Rudy. Drumline instructors Jake Eiler, Andrew Brickman, Chase Heck, and Chris Kazmar. CU Color Guard instructed by Kirsten Huffman. I'm Mark Masters. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Colorado's Marching Band, the University of Colorado. Golden Buffalo Marching Band. Let's go, Buffs!
Say it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on,
Please direct your attention to the south end zone as we welcome back over 70 former Ralphie handlers who are back this weekend to celebrate Ralphie's 50th anniversary, which included a reunion dinner, Ralphie practice, and last night's stampede, parade, and pep rally. On the field are Ralphie handlers that span all 50 years of the Ralphie tradition, including representatives who have ran with each of 5 Ralphies. There have only been around 250 people who have had the honor of running with Ralphie, America's greatest live mascot. Ralphie handlers are volunteers who donate their time to the 100% donor-funded program. Help keep this tradition alive by donating at cubuffs.com/Ralphie. Let's hear it one more time for all our Ralphie handlers in attendance today. Continuing our celebration of Ralphie's 50th anniversary, we are pleased to have some special guests who will help us cue her as she makes her historic run today. Please welcome Glenn Porzak, who was an original Ralphie handler from 1967, and Jim Wright, who was a handler from 1968 to 1970, and Ralphie coach from 1978 to 1987. And also here with us today as honorary Ralphie cuer is former CU public address announcer Alan Cass. Alan started announcing for the CU men's basketball team in 1965 and CU football in 1982 until his retirement in 2011. A mainstay at CU for more than 46 years, Cass announced for several other CU sports as well as for the Denver Broncos. Alan was known for many famous catchphrases, including, "Welcome to 5,345 feet of Rocky Mountain high altitude," "Incomplete," and "Until we see you again." Today, Alan will be welcoming Ralphie onto the field with a familiar sound, as many of you have heard for the last 28 years. Here comes Ralphie. Please welcome back today's honorary Ralphie cuer, Mr. Alan Cass.
Hi, I'm Governor John Hickenlooper. Congratulations to our state's flagship university, the University of Colorado Boulder, on the 50th anniversary of its famous mascot, Ralphie.
I'm Boulder Mayor Suzanne Jones. Ralphie is a point of great pride for CU and for Boulder. And in honor of our 50th anniversary, we declare October 28th as Ralphie's Anniversary Day.
An American bison, she represents the spirit of the West. And did I mention she's fast?
From the city of Boulder, congratulations to Ralphie on the 50th anniversary of running home games.
Run, Ralphie, run. Go Buffs.
Be Boulder and go Buffs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. You are about to observe the greatest sight in college football. Second to none. So you better get off your butts, because here comes Ralphie!
Fans, Cinch Jeans and Silterhar Motors present the Countdown to Ralphie.
Are you ready?
Here comes Ralphie and your Colorado Buffaloes.
That's hard to do. I'd rather be up in a booth.
Cinch Jeans and Silverhorn Motors are proud sponsors of the appearance of Ralphie 5 at today's game and other university functions.
First thing that you feel is a rumbling.
The next thing you know, everything starts crumbling. Some folks trying to say I'm load off, showed off. Got on my horse and rode off through a cloud of dust and a tumbleweeds. Make way for the Buffalo Stampede. Mom and flee, the Buffalo is here. Stick with this, where my country hating is. Running bull gallop like a horse in a breakness. Yeah.
5,400 feet. That's the elevation of Folsom Field. Welcome to Colorado. And welcome to altitude. The air is thin up here. The chance of physical failure is ever present. Altitude sickness is a real thing. And this is your warning against lightheadedness, dizziness, and an inability to keep up or comprehend when it's time to pack it in. Be prepared when you come to Folsom Field.
Welcome to today's game. Cal is the visitors. You will call the coin toss. This is heads, tails. Heads, tails. What is your call? Heads is the call. It is a head. You've won the toss. Cal in the first half is deferring their choice. In the first half, Colorado receiving at the north end. Good luck, gentlemen.
Please welcome the captains from each team and our honorary captains, Christy Charbonneau, Human Resources Manager of Spine One, and her children Blake and Kylie, and our CU faculty representative, Dr. Amanda Carrico. Amanda is the Associate Director of Graduate Studies and focuses her efforts on adaptive responses to environmental change in agricultural communities. Let's hear it for today's Spine One coin toss honorary captains. Spine One, official spine specialist of CU Athletics. Some Yanyets to kick off for Cal. Gets her deep for the Buffs.
To north into the end zone for the touchback over the head of Ronnie Blackman and K.D. Nixon. And so here come the Buffaloes on offense. And Gary, as we talked about, it looks like Steven Montez, despite getting benched last week in the second half, the youngster is going to run on out there, quarterback for the Buffaloes.
Well, suspense is over. All bets are down, and money's being collected.
Yeah, let's see how he plays. First down and 10 for the 25-yard line as we get this one underway. Homecoming 2017. Swing it out of the backfield. A screen pass to the running back, Philip Lindsay, up the sideline, turns the corner at the 30, out across the 35, and he gets pushed and escorted out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 12 yards. So far, so good. Our first down brought to us by your local Ford store. Ford, go further. Nice tackle out there by the linebacker, Kanachik. Middle linebacker for the Golden Bears.
Aaron Hagler at the right guard, Mark, and Isaac Miller, right tackle.
Moved Hagler inside. Isaac Miller, the youngster out of Fort Collins. First down and 10 from the 37. Low snap, swinging out of the backfield, hurried throw. And as Philip Lindsay on the left side was coming out of his cut, that ball went sailing by him quickly. Some pressure right in the face that time of Steven Montez. The snap was low, but Jaron Brown had the quarterback pressure, and Montez incomplete on his second offering.
Well, they brought an inside linebacker, but it was only a 4-man rush, and for some reason it did not get picked up, and he had to throw as if it was hot.
And Philip Lindsay's got a little bit of a hole on the left side, but bouncing off of a defender and an offensive lineman out there. Philip Lindsay runs it between the hashes from left to right, and he is hauled down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. And the linebacker, Kanachik, is there on the tackle once again. So third down at about 4.5. The Buffaloes last week were horrendous on third downs. 6 of 16. The week before that, they were even worse, by the way. Showing blitz on a 4-man front right now for the Bears. Waist-high snap taken by Montez, slant left side, and it's in and out of the hands, and a first down catch, if he would have held on, to Bryce Bobo off the left side. Incomplete. Raymond Davison, the outside linebacker, was there on coverage along with the defensive back, bracketing over the top, and after picking up that initial first down, the Buffaloes will have to punt this one away.
Well, tight coverage on that slant route. They brought 2 inside receivers, kept Lindsay in. He had to step up and make a block. Might have altered the throw a little bit, but just good coverage that time, I think, on Bobo.
So the first possession ends in a punt. Alex Kinney, the Fort Collins junior punter, is out to boot this one away from the 30-yard line. He stands, lofts it high in the air. Vic Wharton drifting over. Fair catch signal is made in between the hash and the numbers on the far side at the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt. No return on the fair catch by the Cal Golden Bears with 13:57 to play in this opening quarter. One possession for the Buffaloes, and now here comes Cal, one of the more surprising teams, I think maybe the most surprising team in the Pac-12 this season, sitting at 4-4 under Coach Wilcox.
Well, they are surprising, Mark, and ESPN ranked them as the toughest schedule in the country. They opened up with North Carolina and played Ole Miss as well, so they had a really interesting, difficult preseason, and then they played all the big guys in the Pac-12 already.
First down and 10 for the 15. Ross Bowers, the redshirt sophomore, takes a snap, drops, good pocket, throws this one on a post pattern over the middle, pass incomplete. Wharton was the wide receiver. He got his feet tangled up out there with Trey Udofia, the redshirt freshman, went down, no flag in the play, incomplete. Bowers, very athletic quarterback, Coach.
He scrambles really well, Mark. He makes plays down the field. He extends plays. He looks for receivers. He's got a good arm. He threw that one extremely well. They were going after Udofia on that play, no question about it.
Second down and 10 for the 15. A little over a minute in. Hand off to the tailback. Stutter step move right up the middle. Comes close to picking up the first down. Out across the 20 to the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards on that play. Tackle made by the Buffaloes' Drew Lewis.
Do I need to say that that was a first down incompletion and a run on second down for 7 yards? Come on. Mark, it's going to be an interesting matchup here between the corners and the wide receivers for Cal.
Third down and 3 for the Cal Golden Bears from the 22-yard line. Motion man through the backfield, right to left. Bowers, the snap, rolls the pocket to his left. The right-handed quarterback lets this one flies. He takes a hit, and he throws this one out of bounds. Jacob Callier, who twisted an ankle in practice this week, but is out there bouncing around nicely, put some pressure on the quarterback, and that ball was thrown out of bounds. And so it is 3 and out for the Cal Golden Bears. So it's stalemate here early on. Buffs got one first down, had to punt it away. Cal goes 3 and out. Here comes their punter now to boot this football. And the guy doing their punting duties is Dylan Clump, number 42. He stands out there around the 8-yard line off to our right. Ronnie Blackman is back to return for the Buffaloes. No pressure on this one. High spiraling punt, drifting back. Fair catch signals made by Blackman at the 26-yard line, right on the far hash. He makes the grab, a 52-yard punt, a boomer that time by Clump. And we've got a timeout in the field. Scoreless ball game. Each team has had the ball once. Homecoming 2017 between the Buffs and the Golden Bears. 12:59 to play in this opening quarter. This is Colorado football from Learfield.
Turn your attention to Buff Vision for a special recognition. For the 3rd straight year, the Colorado women's cross-country team reigns supreme as the Pac-12 Conference cross-country champions. taking home the title at the Springfield Golf Club on Friday afternoon. In addition to the team wins, CU's Danny Jones, a junior, took home the individual championship, becoming the first Buff since Jenny Behringer Simpson to win a conference title. The men's team ended up with a second-place finish, finishing behind Stanford by just 6 points, 41-47, which was the identical score that CU recorded in 2016 when it defeated the Cardinal to win its 6th straight Pac-12 title. Fans, give it up for your CU Buffs cross-country men's and women's programs. Fans, the CU Bookstore wants you to post all of your game day photos. Be sure to use the hashtag GoBuffs for a chance to see them on Buff Vision throughout today's game.
He probably wasn't, but there wasn't anybody to pick up the receiver, the defender, so he at least made an attempt to get the ball out of his hands and not try to scramble and avoided a sack. So that's an improvement. That's an arrow pointing up. The next pass was it was well covered.
Let's see what they do here. First down and 10 with the 27-yard line. Montez is one of 3 passing so far. He'll throw this one out of the backfield. Grab is made on a bubble screen to the right. Jay McIntyre the catch just outside the numbers. On the near side, he turns it upfield. Gets a bit of a block out in front of him by Shea Fields. Ends up gaining 8 yards. And Darius Allensworth out of the secondary makes a tackle. So nice play there. Second down and 2 now. Hurry up offense. Buffs moving left to right. Montez out of the shotgun. Here's a handoff as he gives to Philip Lindsay. I think he's got the first down as he comes off the left side and submarines forward. In fact, actually, the initial indication was not a great spot. They didn't get a great spot, so it's third down and a very short one. Middle linebacker Konachik. And there's a quick quarterback keeper on third down. Pretty good push up front that time. And they get a good fall forward out to the 39-yard line. Gain of 2, almost 3 yards. That's a first down for Colorado.
Well, Montez fumbled that snap. Had to pick it up before he could pick up the first down. You don't take very many snaps underneath center, most of them from the shotgun. It's always an iffy situation.
So the Buffaloes with their second first down of this ball game. 12:05 and counting, opening quarter. At the end of the first quarter, that quarter break between first and second, they'll unveil the number 19, retired of Heisman Trophy winner Rashawn Salam. Pistol formation, handoff. Philip Lindsay does a nice job with a jump cut, kind of finding a seam, getting around a defender up the left side between the hashes. He bowls his way out to the 44-yard line, gain of 4 yards there, and Ruben Ezra was there on the tackle for the Cal Golden Bears.
Mark, this team slants and angles a lot, so you're going to see a lot of gap schemes, which is what we've just seen.
And right now, unbalanced line for the Buffaloes as they've got the ball inside the left hash mark on second down and 5. Hannah Philip Lindsay. He runs to the strong side, takes a shot there by Garen Brown, gains 1 lone yard on second down. That's going to make it third down and 4 now for the Buffaloes at the 40, just about the 46-yard line.
Buffs 8 for 12 in this situation this year. 8 for 9. And see if they can pick this up. They weren't able to pick it up earlier.
Third down and 3 now for the 46-yard line. Ball inside the left hash mark. Slot to the right. Out of the shotgun is Montez. He's got Philip Lindsay flanking to his left. Now he sends him to the right side. Montez, inside handoff and the read option. Gives out to Lindsay. He makes a nice move and he's out in the open. On his way. 25 being chased from behind. Hit at the 20-yard line and run out of bounds to the far side. Once he got beyond the second level, he saw nothing but real estate in front of him. Ashton Davis chased him down from behind, but a 39-yard gallop that time by Philip Lindsay and a first down for Colorado.
That was mostly Lindsay, Mark. He made 2 guys miss Cal bringing pressure almost every down.
First down and 10. Hand off to Bo Bisharat in to give Philip Lindsay a breather out there. The young running back muscles his way up inside as he squares his pads and gains 3 yards. Hit inside by Garrett Brown, the linebacker. And it's second down and 7 now for the Buffaloes from the Cal 12-yard line.
Well, we've had 2 screen or swing passes completed. Everything else has been a run that's been successful.
Second down and 7 from the 12. Montez is out of the shotgun. Ball left hash mark. He's empty now on the boundary side of the formation. Rolls the pocket to the right. Lindsay picks up a blitz, and somebody inside does not. And James Looney, the 290-pound defensive end, transfer out of Wake Forest, came busting right in the face of Montez and brought him down for a sack and a loss of 10 yards it is.
Well, Looney having a great year so far. That was another twist. Nose guard came in over the center. They'll do this a lot. They'll bring one defensive lineman into the center and then twist someone else around him, trying to free somebody up. That time the guy that attacked the center came free.
So third down and 17 after giving up the 3rd sack of the season to Looney. Montez hit as he throws over the middle. Catch is made at the 2-yard line by number 2, and Devin Ross is into the end zone. What a pass that time by Steven Montez. With pressure bearing down on him, he rifled back, cocked his right arm, and found Ross right over the middle, and he dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colorado.
Well, that was a great throw that time by Montez, staying in there. The pressure was from the back, from behind him. Not sure he saw it, but he stepped into the throw. Great throw to Ross, and then he took the shot. It's a good sign for the Buffs right there.
Without question, James Stefano's out for the extra point. He has been perfect this season. He bisects the uprights on that one. He is 24 of 24 on PATs this season. That chip shot brought to you by Colorado National Golf Club, the official golf course of the Colorado Buffaloes. Visit Colorado National Golf Club. The Buffs are on the board. A 22-yard strike from Steven Montez to Devin Ross. It's 7-0 Colorado on homecoming 2017. 9:20 to play in this opening quarter. Timeout now. This is Colorado football from Learfield.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to introduce you to 3 former Buff greats who have won medals while representing the United States at the IAAF World Championships over the last 10 years. Joining them on the field is senior women's administrator Seal Berry. Emma Coburn was the 2016 Olympic bronze medalist and the first American female to medal in the World Championships in the 3,000-meter steeplechase this past August. Emma not only medaled, but she won the gold. Jenny Simpson has won a total of 3 medals at the World Championships. This past summer, she earned a silver in the 1,500-meter run. The bronze medalist in the 2016 Rio Olympics, Jenny has represented the U.S. in the Olympics since 2008. Kara Gosher initially won the bronze medal in the 10,000-meter run in the 2007 World Championship, but this past August, that bronze was retroactively reallocated to a silver medal that she rightly earned. Gosher is a 2-time Olympian in the 10,000 meters and the marathon while representing the United States in 2008 and 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for this amazing trio of Buffs. Twice to kick. Jalen Hawkins and Ashton Davis are deep for the Bears.
$33 yards, 3:39 at the time of possession, 9:20 of the opening quarter. The time of the score. Buffs to kick off from left to right. And this one's going to go over the head of the return man, Ashton Davis, and into the end zone for the touchback. Hey, if you're looking for a local bank with personal one-on-one service, deep industry expertise, and true global strength, come to Bank of the West, the bank for a changing world. Awful impressive drive by the Buffaloes. And Gary, you like what you've seen from Steven so far?
Yeah, you know, I have. I'll tell you what, most impressive play, and no one would even know it, was when the linebacker came free right up the middle, and instead of taking a sack, he threw the ball away, threw it out at Lindsey, but he got rid of it and didn't take the sack. That's progress.
First down and 10 for the 29-yard line. Bowers hands off to Laird, who runs right up the middle and says a good morning to Rick Gamboa as they go nose to nose with the middle linebacker. That's a gain of 1 yard on the play. Second down and 9 forthcoming. Boy, Gamboa has been good this year. 77 total tackles coming into the game. That's number 2 to only Drew Lewis. Those two have been very active in there for the Colorado Buffaloes this season.
Gamboa's a smart player. He gets everybody in the right place. Buffs in their 3-4 defense.
Second down and 9 for the 26. Bowers again on a read option. Nearly a fumble as he hands off to the big tailback. Breaks a tackle in between the hash and the numbers on the near side and then rumbles out, does Laird, to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 8 yards. It'll be third down and 1. Derek McCartley eventually brought down Patrick Laird.
Well, Derek had to fold in. There was a gap off the left side, off the defense's right side, over Chris Malumba that Derek McCartney had to fall into to make the tackle.
By the way, the Bears have made a change in their offensive front. Patrick McCary is out. Ryan Gibson, a guard, moves to the edge. And then, I beg your pardon, Cameron Bennett and Ryan Gibson's in at left guard. So they've got a change up front as well. Third down and 1. Pitch, sweeping Laird right side. Gets around the edge by Taryn Hasselbeck and works his way across the 45-yard line. And how many times this season have the Buffs had a tough time holding the edge on just a pitch and a sweep? A gain of 13 before Hasselbeck brought him down.
Well, it's called a belly pitch, and they bring the fullback right over the center and fake to him and then pitch the ball to the tailback quickly going around the right side. And if you don't hold contain, they're going to get a big play.
First down to 10, hand off to the tailback once again, runs off the left side. And there's Rick Gamboa, who just slams down Laird that time. And they went nose to nose, and Laird ends up in the number 28 on his shoulder pads. A 1 yard gain in that play, second down and 9.
Well, that was a great play because that looked like that was going to be a big gainer. Afalabi Laguda got hammered at the line of scrimmage. He was a contained player. It looked like that was going to bounce outside, but good pursuit that time by the Colorado defense.
7-0 Colorado, 7:15 to play in this opening quarter. Cal driving, second down and 9 for the 48-yard line. Bowers play action, looks left, throws it out there. Wharton the grab, and he is just grasping the two arms at time of Trey Udofia out in the left flat at the 45-yard line, who holds on for dear life and eventually brings down the receiver. That's a gain of 7 yards in the play. Third down and 2 now for Cal.
Well, they put a big fullback out there at receiver. Malik McMorris, 5'11", 285.
That's a big load.
Modern day high school. This is a big third down now for the Buffs. Big opportunity. Get this ball back.
Third down and 2 for the 45. Bowers out of the shotgun. Ball left hash mark, trips to the right. Low snap, knee high. Here comes pressure in his face. They swing it out of the backfield, intended for Laird. And right there for the Buffaloes was Rick Gamboa. Made contact with the receiver. The ball could have been caught, but Gamboa disrupted that, incomplete. And it's fourth down and 2 now for Cal.
Yeah, Derek McCartney was right into the quarterback's mustache, and Gamboa had nice coverage that time. They tried to run a little bootleg out of that. Good coverage by Gamboa. That's a big stop for the Buffs. Well, it looks like they're going to go for it on fourth.
Yeah, Coach Wilcox has gone for it 18 times this season. They've converted 12. Interesting situation here with 6.5 to play in the opening quarter. Fourth down and 2 for the 45. Handoff. Laird got hit in the backfield, and the tackle could not be made by Ryan Moeller. And Laird on second effort is finally brought down by Chris Malumba, but he got 3, and that's a first down.
Yeah, Ryan Moeller had a chance to make that a tackle for a loss. Take the sweat out of that play, but just couldn't hang on. Laird, not a fast player, but a real hard-nosed runner.
Big and Wary is out there at running back, so Laird's out of the ball game. He's the running back in Wary. First down and 10 for the 42. Inside Buffs territory. Colorado on top, 7-0. Bowers is out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Nweri, throws a slant. Wharton leaping grab in front of Udofia, who brings him down right along the hashes on the left side. Inside the 30, they spot him down at the 29-yard line after that leaping grab by Vic Wharton III, and it's a 22-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, play action pass, pull the linebacker up and they were able to get the slant pass right in behind Gamboa.
First down and 10 from the 29-yard line, and now a timeout. We've got a player down. In fact, Wharton, the receiver, is down just outside the numbers on the near sideline. And he is getting some assistance getting up and walks his way up the field. I don't know if he had cramps or what the deal was there, but 5:54 to play, opening quarter, 7-0 Colorado. Second possession for Cal, as they've driven the ball downfield and have it first down and 10 now from the 29-yard line inside Buffs territory. This team only averaging 28 points per ball game. That's about middle of the country in FBS football.
And they're giving up 28.
Yes, they are.
It's one of the oddest statistics I've seen. Is exactly the same number of points they're scoring is what they're giving up on defense.
So Bowers on a first down and 10 from the 29. Got a tight trip to the left. Inside handoff, and Wary makes a nice bounce to the left. He's open at the 20-yard line to the 15. Picks up the first down, and then he runs out of bounds. They just collapsed the defensive right side of the Buffaloes, and he bounced around the left side. Evan Worthington eventually made the tackle, but that's a 15-yard pickup on a pretty basic play by Cal, and it's first down and 10.
Trey Udofia missed the tackle. That's two missed tackles that would have been tackles for a loss that the Buffs haven't been able to make happen.
So first down and 10 for the 14-yard line. Bowers fakes the inside handoff, and Wary send it to that big fullback out there who a tough time is bringing him down was Evan Worthington, who grabbed the 290-pound Malik McMorris and brought him down for a loss of 1 yard out the right side. So it's second down and 11. That's a load to bring down, man. That cat, if he were 2 inches taller, he'd be perfectly round.
I was on the sideline. I didn't see who it was, so I didn't see what his name was, and he walked right by me. I said, "There's a nose guard."
Yeah.
And it was him.
He's a fullback and a tight end.
Yes.
In fact, he's lined up as a tight end right now on the right side. Second down and 11 from the 15-yard line. Bowers is out of the backfield. His on a bend around to Wharton, who's going to throw this one at a halfback option into the end zone. Falling down, Kavai Noah makes the grab. Touchdown, Cal.
Well, just a basic trick play, reverse pass. The young man throwing the ball was left-handed. They were going to the left, and this Buffs dropped coverage completely. Looks like Trey Udofia just let his man go, went up to play the end around.
So we're a PAT away from tying this one up. That's a very similar play that we saw Bryce Bobo make a few weeks ago, where he threw it back to the quarterback. This went to Noah, the wide receiver, with 4:33 to play in the opening quarter. Left-footed kicker sends this one through the uprights, and it's up and good, and we are tied here at Folsom Field as Matt Anderson caps off the touchdown pass by Wharton to Conavai Noah, and we're tied at 7 with 4:33 to play in this opening quarter. We'll take a timeout here in Boulder. This is Colorado football from Learfield.
Fans, if you need early behavior at the game today, send a text to 69050 with CU, your message, and your location. Throughout the stadium, you can find our security team and our ushers for your safety. Again, your assistance at today's game is important. Text 69050 with your concern. Please direct your attention to the north end zone and welcome your 2017-18 Colorado men's and women's basketball teams. Under the direction of head coach Tad Boyle, the men's basketball team has advanced to postseason play for 7 straight years, including 4 NCAA tournament appearances. The Buffaloes, who have won at least 20 games in 5 of the last 7 years, are ready to tip off their season on Monday as they take on the Colorado School of Mines in their exhibition matchup. Game time is scheduled for 7 p.m. in the Coors Event Center. If you are looking for season tickets, the men's start at just $155. Give a round of applause for the 2017-18 Colorado men's basketball team. Under the direction of second-year head coach J.R. Payne, the women's basketball team won 17 games in 2016-17 and reached the 3rd round of the WNIT. The team returns a host of upperclassmen, including first-team All-Pac-12 guard Kennedy Leonard and a talented freshman group. The Buffs get the season underway on Saturday, November 4th, as they take on Colorado College in their preseason exhibition matchup scheduled for 2 p.m. in the Coors Event Center. Season tickets for the women start at just $100. Fans, get ready for basketball because the Buffs are coming. Let's give a big round of applause to your 2017-18 Colorado basketball team.
Last night, we got Northern Colorado on November 10th, Friday night before the USC football game. We open up the season.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck.
All right, thank you so much.
That's Coach Tad Boyle. Go Buffs, as he says. Mark, back to you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, Tad's going to have kind of a fun team this season. Got some bad news with Evan Batty having to sit out with an NCAA decision to have forced him to redshirt. Coach, let's go back to the touchdown pass by Cal during the break. He used the phrase eye discipline, and the Buffs didn't have it during that play.
Well, eye discipline is just a matter of, instead of relying on your instincts, you keep your eyes focused on what you're supposed to be focused on. And in that case, Udofia lost his discipline. He did not look at the guy, the receiver, going down the field. He instead let himself look at the young man that was carrying the ball around the corner, and his instinct said go up and tackle him, instead of having the discipline to keep your eyes on the receiver and doing what you're supposed to do.
So hands were tied at 7. First down and 10 for the Buffaloes. Now moving left to right for the 25. There's an inside read option give to Philip Lindsay. And maybe Montez should have kept that one, because there was no fooling Alex Funches, the linebacker. He was right there as Lindsay took the ball. Funches brought him down, loss of 4 yards in the play.
Well, it's hard to say sometimes whether or not it is a true read or not, because sometimes they just pre-call it. If that was a read, he definitely missed it. If it was a pre-call, it was poorly blocked.
Second down and 14 for the 21. Ball left hash mark, quarterback draw, and he gets smothered by Funches, who's getting tackles in bunches here in Boulder.
Well, once again, the twist stunt up front that's confusing the offensive lineman for CU. They don't handle movement very well. This showed up last week, and it's showing up again today early in this football game. They're just struggling with defensive line movement.
Yeah, going the wrong direction. Loss of 3 there. Third down at 17 for the 18-yard line. Buffs are 3 of 4 so far in third downs. Montez out of the shotgun, takes his snap. Buffs find protection, slant left side, leaping grab, face mask high, made by Bobo, lets the defender go by, turns upfield across the 35, continues turning the legs. He's discarding Bears behind him as he works his way out to the 38-yard line, and that's a first down, a gain of 20 yards. Great run after the catch by Bryce Bobo, and an outstanding throw by Steven Montez.
No question, and good protection that time, Mark.
First down and 10 for the 38-yard line. Montez takes the snap, and now a flag and a stoppage of play and a procedure call against Colorado. So
False start.
5 yards.
Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Boy, Gary, that whole play, everything worked the way it was supposed to on that one, didn't it?
Well, unless you're the Cal Bears, you know,
Yeah.
for the Buffs, yeah. I mean, he made that catch about 5 yards short of the first down, and then on his own, which we see Bobo do so many times, just kept fighting for yards. Sometimes I don't like him fighting for some of those yards, but he did the right thing there.
So first down and 15 here. Inside handoff. Philip Lindsay got a bit of a hole off the left side, but an outstanding job defensively. Cameron Good, the strong side linebacker, kind of shed a blocker in front of him, went down the line of scrimmage and grabbed the ball carrier by the waist and hauled him down. That's a gain of only 2 yards, so it's second down and 13 now for the Buffaloes with 2.5 to play in a tie ball game in the first quarter.
Mark, there's so much movement by that defensive line now. Our offensive line is going to have to really work hard to get some of this sorted out to create some seams.
Second down and 13. Shotgun snap. Montez. He drops. He steps up in the pocket. He chucks it downfield over the middle. There's a man out there. Over the shoulder grab is made inside the 15 and spinning down and coming up with a first down is the freshman LaVisca Chenault deep inside Cal territory with 2:11 to play. In the first quarter of a tie ball game, ends up being a 63-yard catch after the throw by Steven Montez.
That was a heck of a route by Chenault. Let me tell you, this guy has made more big plays as a freshman and plays very little, but every play he makes is a big play.
First down and goal to go from the 7-yard line out of a pistol formation. Montez, the snap, he turns and he fakes the ball and he runs up the right side, finds a seam into the end zone for a touchdown of 7 yards. The quarterback on the read option with the fake, he took it in, and the Buffs have taken the lead here at Folsom Field with 1:42 to play in this opening quarter, 13-7, pending the PAT.
Mark, I think that time that was a call play, call quarterback keep. Just want to keep the ball in the belly of Lindsay to attract the linebackers. It was well blocked on the outside. Good call upstairs by the coordinators for CU.
A 7-yard run by Steven Montez. The kick by James Stefano is up and through, and that makes it 14-7 in favor of Colorado. Coach, we got a little treat here. Joining us is your old boss down the headsets, down the field. Coach Bill McCartney joining us down the field. Coach, how are you?
Hey, it's good to hear Barney give a play-by-play. It's more exciting.
Does he know what he's talking about, though, Coach?
He wrote the book.
He used to.
Boy, Coach, it's great to have you on here with us. You got to be so proud of your grandson. Derek McCartney's become such a great leader for the Buffaloes and just a fine, fine young man.
You're exactly right. He's just one of those kids that comes along ever so often. High school, he only made 1 B. All A's.
Outstanding.
Well, you got on him about that B, right? I know you well enough.
We got that B for Barnett.
Hey, Bill, if we could ask you before we let you go here, today we're going to retire the number 19 of Rashawn Salam. Give us a comment about your Heisman Trophy winning running back.
Everybody needs to know that you're talking about a true team player. He was very humble, very gracious, very coachable, and when we signed him, we thought we hung the moon because we knew from high school he was going to be a great player.
Well, he certainly is, and he'll go down immortalized with his number 19. Coach, we love you. Hope you're doing well. We appreciate you joining us for a couple of minutes.
Thank you. Hi, Barney.
Hey, Mac. Hey, yeah, what did you say to Cabral when he told you he was an 8-man football player?
You know what? He represented the 3 guys that were missing.
Bill McCartney, a legendary coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, joining us here for a couple of minutes. 1:42 to play in this opening quarter, 14-7. Buffaloes with the lead. Bowers and Cal now with the football. Play action slant left side. Leaping grab is made as the player makes the catch in the air and then falls into the arms as Brandon Singleton of Trey Udofia. It's a 14-yard pickup and moving to sticks to the Cal Golden Bears.
Well, the Cal's found a way to move the ball. They're going to attack these 2 corners all night and all day, and they're just going to have to bow their necks and play.
Bowers gets hit from behind, and George Frazier comes off the edge and brings down the quarterback for a sack inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. That's the first sack of the campaign by Big George at a loss of 5 yards.
Well, that was a heck of a play by George. We don't see him out there very often on defense. He's a versatile player, and he gives the Buffs some depth on the defensive line and allows them to give a couple of young guys a rest. And that time he just kept pursuing from the outside, and Bowers just bounced into him. We got a sack. How about that, Mark? A sack.
Second down and 15. That, by the way, the 15th sack for the Buffaloes. They rank 101st in the country in that category. Second and 15. Bowers slant left side. Quick throw. In between the hash and numbers on the near side, the grab is made by Jordan Vesey. That's a gain of 6. Trey Udofia was there to bring him down. And, well, Coach, you're right. They're just going after those 2 young quarterbacks.
Well, they're going to set up this double move, this slant and go any minute now, and just going to test the eye discipline of these 2 young guys. They keep throwing these slants, and they're just setting the young guys up for it. We'll see if how soon they get to it, because it'll be there.
By the way, that 58-yard catch by Laviska Shenault was the longest for Colorado this season. Their longest prior to that, I think, had been 44 yards, if not mistaken, to Shea Fields. The Bears are 1 of 3 on third downs. Third down and 10 with the 39. Bowers in an empty backfield being chased by McCartney. Gets away from him as he spins to his left. Rifles it over the middle. Pass is incomplete. It was intended for Jeremiah Hawkins, who was coming back. There was coverage over the top and the bottom of the wide receiver. In fact, Afolabi Laguda was involved in that play. Good pressure by...
It's 4th down.
That's the end of the first quarter. Timeout on the field.
With the score, Colorado 14, Cal 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to Buff Vision for a special presentation. To date, 3 numbers have been previously retired in CU's 128-year football history. Number 24, worn by quarterback halfback Byron White in 1936-37. Byron was Colorado's first All-American and one of the greatest students in the history of the school. He retired as Justice of the Supreme Court in 1993. Number 67, worn by guard linebacker Joe Romig from 1959 to 61. Joe was a 2-time first-team All-American, a candidate on the 1961 Heisman Trophy ballot, and a member of the CU Athletics Hall of Fame. and number 11, worn by quarterback tailback Bobby Anderson from 1967 to 1969. Bobby was an all-conference quarterback and running back, earning first-team All-Big 8 honors while finishing 11th in the Heisman Trophy voting during his career. It's been 47 years since CU has retired a number in football, but today we are adding a fourth jersey to that list. Number 19, worn by the late Rashaan Salam, CU's first and only Heisman Trophy winner. At 6'1", 215 pounds, the tailback played 8-man football at San Diego's La Jolla Country Day School. Rashaan's 1994 season was one for the record books. He became just the fourth player to gain 2,000 yards rushing in a season, rushing for 2,055 yards, while averaging 6.9 yards per carry. Over half of those yards came against ranked opponents. He led the nation in rushing, scoring, and all-purpose yards, and reeled off 9 consecutive 100-yard rushing games, including 4 games of over 200 yards. All of the aforementioned set and remain Colorado school records. He helped the Buffaloes to an 11-1 record and Fiesta Bowl win over Notre Dame.
Now please turn your attention to midfield as Rick George welcomes back Joe Romig and Bobby Anderson. Here also today to celebrate the retiring of Rashaan's jersey are his parents, Kalada Salam Alaji, and his father, Sultan Salam. Coach Bill McCartney, along with several of his family members and former teammates. At this time, please turn your attention to the east side of the stadium as we officially unveil and retire the number 19. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we celebrate the late Rashaan Salam and the retiring of his number 19.
He had good players there, but he was no question he was a great running back.
Yep, phenomenal. Well, out to punt this one away for Cal is Dylan Klump. He stands at the 25-yard line up to our left. Ronnie Blackman is at the 20-yard line up to our right. A fresh 15 minutes on the second quarter clock. 14-7 Colorado. Rolling to the right under a little bit of pressure. Boy, Bo Bisharat got contact with him as he got rid of that one. And the Buffaloes' Ronnie Blackman will catch the ball outside the numbers inside the 10-yard line. Gives ground inside the 5. Mistake by the youngster right there. And he gives the Buffs a 96-yard field to deal with. 47 yards of the punt, a loss of 6. It's not going to go over well with the special teams folks on the sideline as he runs this sideline to get chewed out. We'll take a commercial break. 14-7 is our score. Buffaloes with the lead. 1st and 10 for the 4-yard line with just inside 15 minutes to play in quarter number 2. This is Colorado football from Learfield.
Is it cool I bring it out then?
Yeah, why don't you bring it out with him? That'd be great. David, Andy's got back to you. All right, Mark.
Oh, David Sandler.
Today's Student Athlete of the Week, presented by UC Health. Sophomore J.J. Tompkins was named Pac-12 Goalkeeper of the Week this week, her third career award from the conference and first this season. Tompkins was key in 2 shutouts by the Buffs last week. She made 4 saves in 45 minutes in a 3-0 win over Arizona State on Thursday. J.J. then made a season-high 11 saves in a scoreless draw with Arizona on Sunday. In the first overtime period, she made a spectacular diving save to keep the match alive. Against Arizona, 9 of her 11 saves came after halftime. For the week, she made 15 saves in 155 minutes. UC Health, official healthcare system of the University of Colorado, congratulates the Student Athlete of the Week.
Bakhtiari, left tackle for your Green Bay Packers. David, good to see you back here. I take it it's the bye week. What are you up to?
Yeah, just came back for the bye week. It's homecoming, and first time in my career that the Buffaloes had a home game while I have a bye week. So awesome to make it out, and just happened to be homecoming. So great to be here.
All right, real quick, what's with all the social media around? You know what? Let's get a play, Mark, and come back down.
All right, first down and 10 for the 4-yard line. Hand up to Philip Lindsay. Flag on the play, so there's a penalty forthcoming. It's again to 3 yards as it stands right now. Back down to Andy Lindall and Buffs great David. Back to you.
All right, real quick. You were on Conan? What is going on with the Conan social media?
Bye week. Had some time. Was able to promote Assassin's Creed and see my quarterback, take care of him a little bit. Tried to repair his collarbone on the skeleton. I don't think I did a good enough job, but it's a fun little thing to do.
Well, it's great to see you back here. I hope that everything feels great. You guys finish out.
Hands to the base. Offense number 76. After the distance to the goal, replay first down.
All right, you're going to go talk to your guy. I didn't expect that penalty. You're going to go talk to your guy over there about that, maybe correct that technique?
No, I'm going to let them play. It's my bye week. It's my bye week.
All right, David, thanks for taking the time.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
That's one of my favorite guys, Mark, David Bakhtiari. Back up to you.
Yeah, he's had an outstanding NFL career thus far, and life has changed with not having Aaron Rodgers out there for him. After the hands to the face, half the distance to the goal line. Not much going on first down and 12. In fact, a loss of the yard. So very inauspicious beginning to this drive here, Gary, but go back to the punt return by the youngster Ronnie Blackman, really putting his Buffaloes in a bad position.
Yeah, no question. He I think after the first one, a fair caught, he probably got talked to on the sideline, then he should have caught it and run with it. And this one, he said, I'm going to do it. So they're backed up here. They're in a tough spot right now, Mark.
Yeah, second down and 13. No wide receivers out there. Backs of the eye. Bisharat, the fullback. Philip Lindsay, the tail of the tandem from the 1-yard line. Montez under center. Turns, hands off to Phil. Bounces off one defender. Bounces off a second. Rolls off a third. And kind of falls out towards the 4-yard line. Got about 2.5, almost 3 yards on that play. But that's going to make it now. Third down and 11 from the 3-yard line. Quentin Tarnable was there to eventually bring him down. By the way, in that first quarter, 171 yards of offense for the Buffaloes. That's the most they've had the first quarter all season long.
Boy, James Looney is just disrupting their entire flow in that offensive line.
Third down and 11 for the 3-yard line. Tough spot. Montez going to drop 8 yards deep. He's got time. Rifles it downfield. Backpedaling grab. Face mask high at the 20-yard line. On the far side is made by Devin Ross. So backed up against the back of the end zone. The Buffaloes on a throw from Montez to Ross off the right side. A gain of 14 yards. And it's a first down for Colorado.
That may be the best protection I've seen the Buffs have this year. They brought 5 guys. And that protection was stoned. They stoned everybody at the line of scrimmage, and he had plenty of room to make that throw.
Outstanding. First down and 10 now for the 24-yard line. Montez, ball right hash mark. He's got an open side of the formation to his left. Turns to his right, hands off to Philip Lindsay. Running to the boundary. Gets by one defender and then twists by a second as he rolls out of bounds on the far side of the field. Getting in there and making contact that time was Chris Palmer, the defensive tackle. That's a gain of 7 yards, and it's second down and about 3.5 to go now for Colorado.
Well, that time Cal brought pressure from the field. That play was run to the boundary. And what happens when you bring pressure from the field is everybody angles in that direction. And if you can just keep him on the line of scrimmage, there's going to be a seam.
Second down and 4. Gives to Philip Lindsay. Runs it right up inside along the hashes, and he bulls his way with square pads out to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 4. That is a first down before Rusty Becker is there to bring him down. And once again, the Buffaloes move the sticks.
Mark, when you're backed up like that, your goal is to get 2 first downs and then see what happens. And this way, if they had to punt, they could punt flip the field a little bit.
Yep.
So that's meeting their goal already.
First down and 10 with the 35-yard line. Play action. Montez with all kinds of time. Rears back, rifles it downfield. Shea Fields over the left shoulder, makes the grab. Runs away from a defender at the 10. Into the end zone. Big play, Shea. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colorado. A strike of 65 yards. And the Buffs have jumped on top. 20-7. Great protection up front. Montez had all kinds of time, and he rifles it downfield to big play, Shea.
Mark, best throw I've seen Montez make, a deep throw this year. He gave it plenty of air. Led the receiver perfectly. He stepped into the throw. Everything you'd want in a deep route by the receiver and the quarterback happened on that play for the Buffs.
Boy, that was outstanding. A 96-yard drive as Stefano connects on the PAT. How about this drive? 6 plays, 96 yards, 2:57 the time of possession. Time of the score was 11:53 of the second. A 65-yard strike, the longest, has already surpassed Laviska Shenault from earlier in the ball game. From Montez to Fields. The drive summary presented by Honey Smoked Fish Company. Delicious Honey Smoked Salmon is an energizing superfood and is the protein of the future. Real food for real, sustainable energy. And the Buffaloes have extended the lead 21-7 with 11:53 to play in the second quarter over the Cal Bears on homecoming in Boulder. This is Colorado football from Learfield. University of Colorado football is brought to us by UC Health. Kim can climb again. Oliver can speak again. Maria can dance again. Every day at UC Health, our patients do extraordinary things. See their inspiring stories at uchealth.com/stories. 6 plays, 96 yards. 2:57 the time of the possession. 11:53 the time of the score. A 65-yard strike from Montez to Fields. Gary, what's going on here? What are we looking at? Why are all of a sudden we're seeing the Buffs starting to click on some of these long plays?
Well, I think one thing that's happened is the coordinators and the offensive staff have put together a nice game plan. There's so much movement that takes place by this defensive line, and they bring pressure out of the secondary that they expose themselves a little bit. And I think these coaches have done a good job of
And look at this. They're going to bring this
Taking
one out.
advantage of that.
From about 3 yards deep to the 15 to the 20 off the right-hand side. He leaps over fallen defender, running at the 30, the 35-yard line. And out of bounds goes Ashton Davis. And now here comes the third flag thrown on the return. I think there was a couple of blocks in the back out there.
Yeah, I think they got him for a leap. You know, you're not supposed to be able to hurdle a guy, and I bet they call that. They haven't called it all year in a lot of places.
No, they haven't. We've seen it a number of times.
See if they call it here. Yeah.
That's 40 yards on the return as Davis brought it out from about 3 yards deep in the end zone. It was run out of bounds on the near side at the 37-yard line.
You know, every one of these long passes they've been able to throw without a free safety in the middle.
Right.
That free safety's been
There are
lost.
fouls by both teams on the play. Holding receiving team number 23. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Kicking team number 8. That penalty will also be enforced. First down.
So 2 penalties. Laviska Chenault would be the guilty party for the Buffaloes.
Boy, I watched that play to see if there was a late hit, and I didn't. I thought there was a couple earlier today rather than that one. So
you move it half the distance to the goal line, and then because of the late hit on Chenault, it comes out to the 25-yard line. That, by the way, the 10th play of Shea Field's career of 50 yards or more. First and 10 for the 25 now for Cal. Buffs on top, 21-7. Short gain off the left-hand side. Stuttering forward goes number 23, the tailback, Vic Nweri, the senior out of Missouri City, Texas. That's a gain about 2, almost 3 yards. Ryan Moeller on the tackle for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, that time Ryan got in the backfield and was able to hold on to the tackle. He still made 3 yards. He's a big dude now. You know, both these backs are hard runners.
Yeah, and Nweri's 6 foot 245. So
yeah, he's a load.
He's chunky. Speaking of chunky, there goes McMorris, the nearly 300-pound tight end. Give off to Nweri. Again, he comes off the left side. The Buffs do a good job up high and down low. In fact, Malumba got him up high and down low around the ankles was Rick Gamboa. Gave only 2 yards there as they collaborate to stop. And it's third down and about 6 yards.
Timeout for an injured player of the offense.
Well, Buff's been giving up almost 200 yards a game rushing, and so it doesn't surprise me that Cal's going to come out with these two big backs and try to run the football at them.
Look at the total yardage right now. 269 yards for the Buffaloes, only 96 for Cal. Rushing yards in this game, they've got 43. The Buffaloes have got 63. Just inside 11 minutes to play in the second quarter. Colorado on top, 21-7. Cal football, moving from left to right, ball left hash mark. Bowers is out of the shotgun, looking at a third down and about 6 for the 27-yard line. The Bears are 1 of 4 on third downs.
Buffs have been 3 and 6 in this situation defensively, so they've been about 50%.
Colorado with a 3-man defensive front as Bowers stands out of the shotgun, takes a snap. He drops, hit from behind, ball is loose, and it trickles into the hands of one of the Bears who gobbles it up at the 30-yard line.
On the field is a forward pass completed and caught. Fourth down. No.
But that ends up being a near sack by the Buffaloes.
Correction, the ruling on the field is a forward pass. Incomplete. Fourth down.
Derek McCartney on that just kept getting up the field and throwing his arm underneath the blocking arm of the left
Please
tackle.
Reset the game clock to 10 minutes, 29 seconds. 10 minutes, 29 seconds, please.
So
Thank
nice
you.
play by Derek McCartney. Well, let's see what Ronnie Blackman learned after that last punt return. That nearly cost the Buffaloes. Out the punt to the way is Dylan Klump once again. He stands at the 16-yard line up to our left. No pressure. Gets this one away. Booming kick. Drifting back at the 20-yard line. Inside the numbers on the far side. Here goes Blackman at the 30. Up the sideline. Gets a block at the 40-yard line. Cuts between 2 defenders. Outside the numbers on the far side as he weaves his way to the 45-yard line. He's cut down there. That's a 51-yard punt and a 26-yard return that time by Ronnie Blackman. Nicely done by the youngster. And the Buffs have got great field position with 10:16 to play in the second quarter. Leading Cal 21-7. They've got it first and 10 for the 46 when we come back.
Action at home on Wednesday, November 1st when they take on Washington State at 7. Come out to the match for $1 hot dog night. Join us again on Friday, November 3rd for another home match versus Washington at 6 p.m. This match will be a whiteout, so be sure to come decked out in your white Buffs gear. Remember, kids 12 and under are free all season long. For tickets, visit cubuffs.com/tickets or call 303-49-BUFFS. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we wanted to let you know about services in our community. CU has a confidential Office of Victim Assistance that supports students, staff, and faculty who have experienced intimate partner abuse. Safe House Progressive Alliance for Nonviolence helps victims of domestic abuse in our community. Text the word SAFE-CU to 76959 to donate and get crisis information. In spirit of Halloween, it's time for the Safeway Dance Game. We need you up and out of those seats, showing us your best dance moves, best Michael Jackson impression. Thrill us with yours on the Safeway Dance Game.
Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. You start to freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause this is daylight night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's daylight night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller
Six than that. Montez is out of the shotgun. Ball right hash mark. Chest high snap. Fakes it left. Throws a slant left side. And Jay McIntyre makes the grab at the 46-yard line inside Bears territory. Puts the brakes on. Tries to step around a defender and hold down at the 45. Gain of 9 yards. Taglialava was there on the tackle for the Bears. 2nd down and 1. Hurry up offense. Montez out of the shotgun. Boundary side left. Fakes the handoff to Philip Lindsay. Runs his way forward. Center step move as he jukes by the linebacker. And then slides along the hash marks on the near side down to the 35-yard line. That's a run of 9 yards on the quarterback keeper by Montez.
Yeah, that was a zone read that time, Mark. He was reading that one and did a nice job of doing so.
1st down and 10. Handoff to Lindsay this time. Gives it up, and Phil runs up inside, just outside the hash of the near side. Gains about a yard and a half or so on that play.
Yeah, not much up inside. I think that was another zone read, and I think Montez made the right read. They just had no push up inside, no room for Lindsay to go. I think the read was right. Yep.
9:20 to play in the 2nd quarter. Buffalo's on top by 2 touchdowns. 2nd down and 9 from the 34-yard line. Montez is out of the shotgun. And the snap goes actually into the hands of Lindsay. I think that was planned, although I'm not sure, because both players kind of reach for it. Lindsay runs off the right side. In between the hashes, he centers the ball across the 30 at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Coach, was that supposed to go to Lindsay?
Yeah, I believe so, Mark. They've done this several times this year.
They were standing side by side, and I think maybe Montez was faking that he was grabbing it, and Lindsay, but they both kind of bobbled it a little bit. Here's a handoff to Lindsay now, and if he's just a split second away from breaking a tackle of Jordan Kanashik, and might have taken that one to the house. A gain of 4 yards. Kanashik, though, grabs him around the ankles and brings him down, but it is enough for a 1st down for Colorado at the Bears' 25-yard line.
Yeah, Kanashik has been a big boost to this team, getting him back for the last 3 games. He's a sure tackler.
So 1st
American
down.
River Junior College.
Yep, 1st down and 10 with the 25-yard line. There's a reverse. Taken by Devin Ross. Gets a block by Steven Montez. Running at the 20. Looking for the 1st down marker. He dives between 2 defenders. Outside the numbers on the far side. And he's down at the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 11 on the reverse. And a 1st down for Colorado.
That was a nice block on the corner by Shea Fields. We haven't seen Shea do a lot of that. He just leveled the guy, hit him legally. But nice block on the outside that time.
And not bad, by the way, by Steven Montez, the quarterback, getting a block out there early as well. 1st down and 10 for the 14-yard line. Pistol formation, handoff Philip Lindsay right side, and he goes face mask to face mask with a linebacker, and they stop right there. He is down at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 2 yards that time by Philip Lindsay, who's picking up hard yards. Alex Funches was the linebacker that met him in the hole.
Yeah, Philip's going to see that play on film and wish he'd stayed outside with Big George Frazier, because he was going to go into the end zone if he'd kept that outside.
2nd down and 8 now from the 12-yard line. Buffalo's on top 21-7. Montez out of the shotgun. The redshirt sophomore glancing to his left, indicating offensive signals to the wide receiving corps. He takes the snap, face mask high, retreats, lobs it to the left side. Ross is out there. Pass is incomplete. Coverage by Elijah Hicks. in the corner of the end zone. Incomplete pass makes it 3rd down and 8.
Really not a bad play, Mark. He checked to a corner route. They brought pressure, brought 6 guys. The Buffs picked that up pretty well. He had time to make that throw. It wasn't there. He went ahead and threw it out of the end zone. From a coaching, teaching standpoint, that's progression right there. That's progress. Be able to take that throw, live with it going out of bounds, but step into the throw.
The Buffaloes looking at a 3rd down and 8 from the 12. They are 6 of 7 on 3rd downs in this ball game, leading 21-7 midway through quarter number 2. Snap to Montez, slant left side, and it bounces off of Elijah Hicks. I don't know if it got there too quick for Devin Ross on the slant, but he didn't even reach for it. It almost surprised Hicks. That could have been an interception going back the other direction. It ends up being incomplete, 4th down and 8.
Yeah, that one's a little goofy. I'm not sure where he was throwing. I think Devin Ross thought he was throwing to the inside receiver.
And it went blistering right by Ross.
Yeah.
So a field goal attempt for James Stefano. This one will be knelt down and spotted at the 19-yard line for the far hash, kicking right to left. 29-yard field goal put down, swing of the right leg by Stefano. Just a chip shot. And he bisects the uprights with 7:05 to play in the second quarter, and Colorado extends its lead to 24-7. In this homecoming game at Folsom Field, Colorado football brought to us by Plumbers Local 3 for a skilled plumbing contractor or employment opportunities. You can visit their website at plumberslocal3.org. Timeout on the field. So we're going to go ahead and break 10 seconds to allow our network affiliates to identify themselves here in the Centennial State. Buffs on top, 24-7, 7:05 to play in the second quarter. A 10-second ID break now on the Colorado Football Network.
The CU Boulder Alumni Association thanks all of our forever Buffs that have returned to campus for Homecoming 2017. We're glad that you are here, especially members of the class of 1967, celebrating their 50-year reunion. And the Golden Anniversary Club. Remember, all alumni are forever Buffs, receiving membership benefits without membership dues. Learn more at colorado.edu/alumni. CU Athletics would like to wish Nick Pasante a happy birthday. Thank you for spending your special day with the Buffs. Colorado Athletics would like to thank everyone for coming to the game, and a special welcome to all the groups that made their way out to Folsom Field today. Take a look at Buff Vision and check out the groups that are attending today's game.
Kick is popped up. It's going to bounce at the 17, taken by Hawkins between the hashes. He brings it, and then he is corralled right there and collar tackled. Bo Bisharon was on the tackle. It's a 5-yard return after a very short kick. That's where the Bears will take over. Down to the sideline we go, and Andy Lindahl.
Well, again, Mark, it may be an oversimplification, but I'll tell you, just from comparing this to the Washington game the last time I was up here, they are hitting their chances. You're not going back, kicking yourself on the bench on the missed long passes. There's accuracy in the game, and frankly, there's energy in the building. There's some of the things that seem different from the Washington game, gentlemen.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pregame. Gary, somebody watches Cal team. They look like they're having fun. Right now, it's the guys in black and gold that are having fun. First down and 10 with the 21-yard line. Bowers out of the shotgun. He's got an H and a slot to the right. Drops to throw. He pumps. Now he fires, and he misfires to Kanavaya Noah down the right-hand side. And bracket coverage over the top off the line of Laguda. Evan Worthington underneath. And it's incomplete. Second down and 10 now for the 21-yard line.
Yeah, nice combination of coverages between the two safeties there. Mark, I like that little blue kick they just performed. Now, we just had an incomplete pass. What do you think is going to happen here?
My guess is
pass
a run,
on
Coach.
First down. Let's see if they hold true. It's only 90% true now.
See what I've learned from you? Second down and 10 with the 21. Let's see if they're going to pass it. Oh, there's a flag.
Oh, we'll never know.
No, we'll never know. Sure looked like it was going to be a pass. So.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That's Cameron Bennett, the left tackle, who's the starting guard but moved out with Patrick McCary not playing today. Well, it wasn't 100%. You said it was about 92% or so.
Yeah,
at the time,
I gave I gave enough room to wiggle out of a situation.
Second down at 15 now from the 16-yard line. Inside 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Buffaloes on top 24-7. Empty backfield for Bowers. He's got trips to the right, takes the snap, drops, slides to his left, fires it out there, and the pass is incomplete. Here comes the flag. Noah, the intended receiver, Nick Fisher, was on his back before the ball got there. So undoubtedly that flag was coming. I mean, the crowd can ooh and on, boo.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. The ball will be spotted at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
That's one of those, as they say, the fans wearing black and gold were seeing with their hearts and not with their eyes.
Buffs doing a double twist on each side, bringing the Hasselbeck and McCartney down inside and twisting the two insides, Frankie and Leo Jackson to the outside, and they're really getting pretty good pressure on his quarterback.
So first down at 10 with the penalty from the 24-yard line. Play action. Bowers booting out to his right, flinging out of the backfield, leaping grab attempt to Gavin Reinwald. The tight end goes through his hands. Pass was a little bit high. Coverage was pretty tight by the Buffaloes from behind by Taryn Hasselbeck, but that one just off the money, and it's now second down and 10.
That was a little high because Hasselbeck was in good position. He had to throw it over Hasselbeck's head in order to get that to drop in, and it that's a fine line being able to do that. That's good coverage that time. He just took off. Hasselbeck just turned and ran with that receiver, did a good job.
Second down and 10 now for the 24-yard line, moving left to right. H-back to the left. That's the boundary side of the formation. Bowers turns, hands off, tail back, and Laird goes absolutely nowhere. Got out to the 25, so a gain of 1 yard there. On his back was Leo Jackson, the defensive tackle for the Buffaloes. Out of Decatur, Georgia, making a stop. Third down and 9 now from the 25-yard line. Bears are 1 of 5 on third downs. 6:20 to play in the second quarter. Good energy in the building on homecoming. 24-7. Buffaloes with the lead. Bowers is out of the shotgun. He has it just inside the left hash. He's got a slot either side. Buff showing pressure. Here they come. Bowers fires over the middle. Leaping grab is made as it's yanked out of the air by Noah. And a first down catch between the hashes. Out at the 37-yard line. A laser beam throw by Bowers and a gain of 12 yards.
Well, Buffs brought the house that time. Paid the price, though, because there was no underneath coverage. A little dig route inside by Noah, and Bowers able to get rid of the ball.
First down and 10 for the 37-yard line. Here comes Bowers as he play actions, drops to throw, rears back, rifles it down. He's got 2 receivers in the air. That one flutters in between the 2 of them. The outside man was Vic Wharton. Running stride for the Buffaloes defensively was Trey Udofia. It fell closer to number 17. It's incomplete, and it's second down and 10 now for the Bears.
Well, Buffs had a little success with pressure. Well, they haven't gotten to Bowers here in the last couple throws. It's made him throw the ball a little bit sooner. Buffs brought 5 that time, bringing Drew Lewis, and at least they're making Bowers get rid of the ball. That one, he could not complete. He just had to throw it too soon.
5:40 to play in the second quarter, 24-7. Buffaloes lead. Cal football, second down and 10 with the 37. Empty snap to the shotgun to Bowers. He lofts it down the left side. It's incomplete. Great pressure that time on Bowers. He got hit as he released the football. It was intended for Jeremiah Hawkins and the Buffaloes because it got there so quickly. Drew Lewis, the linebacker in the coverage, he got surprised by the football and could have picked it off, but it hit him before he realized it was there. Incomplete, third down and 10.
I think Evan Worthington's hit on the quarterback caused that ball to be thrown short. A good pressure that time. I like Worthington when they bring him. I think, as you know, we've talked about, he's got the suddenness to get to that quarterback quickly.
He is a playmaker. By the way, Taryn Hasselbeck headed to the locker room for Colorado. He must have got shaken up. Third down and 10. The Bears are 2 of 6 on third down from the 37-yard line. Shotgun snap. Bowers, he drops. He looks right. He swings it back as he checks down on the left side. Catch is made by Laird. He gets hit at the 45-yard line. They spot him just across the 45. He needed the 47. That's short of the first down. It's a gain of 9. It's 4th down and 1. A nice tackle that time by Nick Fisher.
Well, Cal's going to go for it. It's 4th and 1. Nick Fisher made a nice tackle, but
here comes Lyle Tuiloma. 4th down. The Bears have gone for it once already. They've gone for it 19 times this season. They're 1 of 1 today. They're 13 of 19 on the campaign. It's 4th down and 1. From the 46-yard line, the Buffs with 5 men on the line of scrimmage turn. Handoff Laird, the tailback. He's got the first down, and then some. He's bulldogged down at the 50-yard line by Drew Lewis. They needed 1. They got 4. It's a new set of downs for Cal.
Well, he got 4 before he even got hit, Mark. That was a big push on our defense by their offensive line on the left side of our defensive line. There was no one to contest that play. And I know you want to be careful here in those situations that you don't give up a big one, but there was no contest there.
First down and 10 with the 50-yard line. Shotgun snap taken by Bowers. Hand up to Nweri. And a nice job penetrating linebacker Drew Lewis. Comes charging in and grabs the ankle of Nweri and hauls him down for no gain.
Well, they're bringing the big fullback, and I mean big,
McMorris,
across the formation to kick out on the outside linebacker. And then they're trying to bring the running back up inside of him. And that time, Drew Lewis just was there to make the stop and trying that all day.
Like Victor Rogers once said to me, and it replies to McMorris, when he was little, he was big. 2nd down and 10 for the 50-yard line. Bowers is out of the shotgun. He's got Nweri flanking him to his left as a running back. Takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, rifles it over the middle. Out of the break was Noah. Ball went sailing behind him. Nick Fisher was on the coverage. That pass towards the left-hand side, right inside the numbers. Misread that time of the receiver and the quarterback.
Yeah, I think Gamboa was probably in that throwing lane, and he tried to throw it behind him, hoping the receiver would adjust, and it just couldn't be done quick enough. But Gamboa in good position that time in his drop.
So now it's 3rd down and 10 from the 50-yard line. Boy, Cal's had to earn everything. This Buffs defense has been stout today. Cal 3 of 7 on 3rd downs. 3:44 to play in the first half. Buffs on top 24-7. 3rd down and 10 for Bowers and the Cal Golden Bears from the 50-yard line. Snap, drops along the hashes. Pressure from behind, throws his slant left side. Leaping grab with the face mask is made by Jordan Vesey off the right side, and he tumbles inside the 35-yard line. They spot him near the 34. That's a gain of 15, and it's a conversion on 3rd down. Dante Wigley was right there. They both went airborne. A quick snap now. Throw to the left-hand side. Grab is made by Hawkins. He fumbles the football as he got hit from behind. Outside the numbers on the far side by Evan Worthington. And the ball goes squirting out of bounds.
The runner fumbled the ball forward out of bounds. The
it.
ball is returned to the spot of the fumble. The clock will start on my signal.
That's a 3-yard pickup. So 2nd down and 7 now for Cal.
Yeah, Buffs need a stop here. Force a long field goal.
3:22 to play. Clock running, 2nd quarter. Colorado on top 24-7. 2nd down and 7 from the Colorado 32-yard line. Bowers is out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Laird. Rolls to his right. Has all kinds of time. Looking downfield. Running outside the numbers at the 30. Now he tucks and he runs. And he darts out of bounds in front of the forthcoming safety, Afolabi Laguda, who forces him out just shy of the 25 or the 26-yard line. That is a 6-yard scramble, and it's 3rd down and 1.
Well, Buffs lose contain that time. This quarterback is really good at scrambling and looking down the field, extending the play. He either scrambles up inside and looks for someone to throw to, or in that case, scrambled outside and kept looking for someone to throw to.
Well, they got the big fella McMorris out there at fullback. They give the nearly 300-pound fullback the ball, and he backs his way across the 25 down to the 23-yard line. As big as he is just falling over, gains him about 1.5 yards, and he picks up the first down there. They convert on 3rd down and 1. 2:32 to play in the 2nd quarter, 24-7. But a good game for Colorado. Buffs over 300 yards of offense in the first half. Now they've got the 17-point advantage over the Cal Golden Bears. 1st down and 10 now from the Colorado 24-yard line.
This team has 16 giveaways, including 10 interceptions. They've thrown 10 interceptions and fumbled 6 times. They're due.
Bowers with an empty backfield shotgun snap. Here he gets hit by Drew Lewis, who got shot out of a cannon and brings down the quarterback for a sack all the way back at the 38-yard line. Bowers turned, and Drew Lewis like a streak, came charging right at his face. Bowers tried to roll away, brought down for a loss of 11 yards. Drew Lewis, by the way, with his first sack of the quarterback this season.
He's been close so many times and forced some hurries, but that time he came clean, Mark. He didn't show the blitz that time, and I think what that did, it told the offensive lineman to go ahead and help out with his buddy, and then that way Drew could come in clean.
So 2nd down and 20, swing pass out of the backfield, left side. There goes Laird outside the numbers at the 30. He gets hit by Apalabi Laguda and run out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Ends up being a gain of 7 yards on that play. 1:25 to play in the second quarter. Clock stopped as the ball carrier went out of bounds. Buffs on top 24-7. So now it's 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, they need to keep this within 10 yards. Keep it under 10 yards so that they don't give them a 4th down situation to go for it, force them to kick the field goal here, Mark. They can give up 10, but they can't give up 12.
So 3rd down and 13 for the 27-yard line. Ball left hash mark. Bowers out of the shotgun. He's got a slot to the right, making a trip set to the right. Drops to throw. Here comes pressure. Steps over the pocket. Rifles it down the right side. Noah in the end zone. Makes a reaching grab of the football. Did he have it? Did he come up with it? Now the signal. Touchdown, Cal.
That was a great throw by Bowers, I'm telling you, and a great catch, no question about it. He had plenty of pressure on him, but just found a way to extend the play.
Boy, Conavai Noah made a heck of a catch on that play. It was Evan Worthington on the coverage. And, Gary, there wasn't much room to put that football in. It was not only a great throw by Bowers, but a heck of a catch by Noah as well.
Well, they brought 6 guys that time, and you'd think you'd get to him earlier, that he couldn't make this long throw down there, but he maneuvered his way through the rush and was able to make the throw.
Well, Anderson's PAT is up and good. Got to give Cal some credit here. That's a set touchdown throw from Bowers to Noah. Yeah, that makes it 24-14 as the extra point is tacked on.
That's the way they've played all year, Mark, is they have put together long drives, made big plays when they needed to make big plays. When it looks like they're down and out, they are not. You know, this team has a lot of fun playing football.
Well, let's see if the Buffs can answer now. Colorado's been awful impressive in this ballgame thus far. 177 yards now for Cal, 52 yards rushing. The bulk of what they've done has obviously been through the air in this ballgame. 24-14, 10-point lead. We've got 1:16 to play in the first half.
Well, they should get this ball on the 25. This should go through the end zone, and unless they bloop it down there, but they should get the ball on the 25 with enough time to get the ball down the field a little bit to maybe pick up a 3-pointer.
Ball kicking off from left to right. High and end of her end. Ronnie Blackman's going to take it out. He'll take it at the 3. Inside the numbers on the near side at the 20. Looks to cut left. And an open field tackle is made on special teams by Cal. Luke Rebenezer, the linebacker, was there to make the stop. A 21-yard return. If not for a nice open field tackle there, that would have been a much longer return by Ronnie Blackman because he had room to run after that.
Boy, from up here in our perspective, he had one guy to beat. And if he beats him, that one's going a long way.
Hey, Buffs fans, do game day right this football season with LG's game-changing home appliances. Visit your local appliance factory in Mattress Kingdom for all your kitchen appliance needs. First down and 10. Pitch, right side, open side of the formation. Phillip Lindsay, and a nice job by the Cal defense stretching that one out as they started at the 28-yard line. Phil eventually is able to gain 4 yards out to the 32-yard line. He's run out of bounds by the very active linebacker, Jordan Kanashik.
Buffs have 3 timeouts left, Mark. 1:04 left in this half. They need to get the ball down somewhere inside the 30-yard line.
Second down at 6 now from the 32-yard line. Montez out of the shotgun. He drops. He's got time. And a little check down. Curl on the left-hand side. Caught by Jay McIntyre. Shy of the first down marker. Gains about 5. They needed 6. So it's 3rd down and 1 now from the 37-yard line. Buffaloes are 6 of 8 on 3rd downs. Hurry up, clock running, 45 seconds. Hand off to Phillip Lindsay. He's got the first down, then yanked backwards. Defensively, Cameron Good, the redshirt freshman out of Spring, Texas, made the tackle, but it does move the sticks.
Timeout,
Clock stops at
Colorado.
41 seconds remaining in the first half. The Buffaloes on top by 10.
Yeah, Buffs are going to use a timeout, which they should. That's a good call right now. They've got the first down, the clock stopped, but in order to get the kind of time they want to get a plan in here, they needed a timeout. They have 2 left, so good use of timeouts right there.
Here's a score update from up in Fort Collins right now. Air Force leading Colorado State, 9:13 to play in the first quarter.
Holly, happy birthday, Ralphie, from the University of Redlands.
Hey, Ralphie, from all of OU Spirit, we want to wish you a happy 50th birthday.
What's up? 1, 2, 3.
All right, happy birthday!
Yeah, they have put together a very solid season. First down and 10 for the 40-yard line. Trips to the right. Montez, shotgun snap, drops to throw, pumps. Here comes the defender. Now he cuts in front of him, tucks it, decides to run. 45, 50-yard line, slides across the 45, and Steven Montez that time. Improvisation play breaks down. He tucks it and scrambles for 15 yards. 31 seconds remaining in the first half, and the Buffs have it first down and 10 for the 45. Montez gets the offense up there, claps his hands, takes his snap, drops with 23 seconds, throws it out the left-hand side. Lindsey drops the ball, takes a shot as it goes through his hands, and it's incomplete. Clock stops with 20 seconds remaining.
2 timeouts left, 20 seconds. Again, they're on the 45-yard line, Mark. They need to get inside to 30, I think, to make this a realistic chance.
Mike McIntyre asked this week, said he was very comfortable with James Stefano from about 55 to 57 yards, he thought. Second down and 10 for the 45. Montez with 19 seconds, drops all kinds of time, looking, swinging out of the backfield. Shea Fields grabbing the 45, running at the 40, along the near sideline, 35, and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Nice play that time by Shea Fields. A scramble and a run after the catch of 15 yards, 11 seconds remaining, and the Buffs have it first down and 10 now from the 29-yard line.
Well, they have 2 timeouts left. Now they probably need to think about using a timeout right here.
All right, 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Buffs on top, 24-14.
Oh, they didn't start the clock. What's up?
Well, he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah,
first down and 10 for the 29-yard line. Montez, 11 seconds on the clock, looking to add to it. Montez the snap, looking right, throw it out there. Shea Fields the grab at the 23. He turns, he reaches forward to the 22, and with 6 seconds
Timeout,
remaining,
Colorado.
it's a gain of 7 yards and a timeout called by the Buffaloes.
Well, Mark, you can take one more shot in here and maybe get your timeout call, but
got to be careful. They're not going to mess around with it.
They're not. They shouldn't mess around with this thing. Let's take points.
The field goal kicking team's going to come on out. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Elevations Credit Union, proud supporter of Colorado Athletics. Elevations, where the black and gold keep their green. Go Buffs. So James Stefano is going to come out and try and tack on 3 more. He's already got a field goal of 29 yards in this ball game. This one is going to be spotted down, let's see, at the 29-yard line, so a 39-yard attempt by James Stefano. He's got all kinds of legs for this one, so relatively short for his power. Buffs on top, 24-14, 6 seconds remaining. Kicking from right to left, ball right hash mark. Patterson down to the right knee, right hand extended. Calling for the ball, snap, put down, swing of the right leg, kick is up, it is on its way by James Stefano, and it is good. Boy, the officials had to look at one another long and hard about that one. Must have just snuck right inside the upright. And as we're down to zeros on the clock, the Buffaloes, as they look to get bowl eligible by getting to 6, need to get number 5, and they're halfway home right now. 27-14 on that 39-yard field goal by James Stefano. 8 plays, 50 yards, 1 minute and 10 seconds. The time of possession. We're going to hear from
sponsored by IBM, is a reading incentive program geared towards 2nd through 4th graders in the Boulder and St. Vrain Valley school districts. Read with the Buffs and IBM have been teaming up for over 10 years. As part of the program, CU student athletes, coaches, and staff visit participating classrooms to read to elementary school students. The CU's about the book and talk about their experiences in college and emphasize the importance of reading. Participating teachers determine individual or group reading goals for their students to complete during the program. The students who complete their goals by the end of the program are rewarded with tickets to a CU basketball game. Since the program's inception, over 500 CU student athletes have paid a visit to more than 10,000 elementary schoolers. The Colorado Buffaloes and IBM are proud to connect with the community.
Turn your attention to Buff Vision as we welcome the 1967 Blue Bonnet Bowl Championship team. The 1967 Buffaloes, under the late head coach Eddie Crowder, helped set in motion one of the greatest six-year runs in school history. Colorado opened the season ranked number 10 in the nation and started the year with 5 straight wins, defeating Baylor, Oregon, Iowa State, Missouri, and arch-rival Nebraska, the latter in Lincoln. The team rose to a number 3 ranking, a school best at the time, before 2 setbacks to the Oklahoma schools in the Big 8 Conference derailed possible national championship dreams. However, CU rallied to win its final 3 regular season games by combined scores of 85-14 and earned an invitation to the Blue Bonnet Bowl, where the Buffs defeated Miami 31-21. Colorado finished the year with a 9-2 record, a second-place finish in the Big 8 and ranked 14th nationally. Safety Dick Anderson earned first-team All-America honors, with 8 others earning second-team or honorable mention accolades, 5 of whom were all Big 8. Today we have over 25 former members of the team that have come back to Folsom Field for homecoming. Please give these former players a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present Colorado's Marching Band for your halftime entertainment. The Golden Buffalo Marching Band celebrates this homecoming with some of the most recognized and celebrated music in film history. Since the first movie in 1977, the Star Wars characters and storylines have been woven into the very fabric of our lives. The music is instantly familiar and remains timeless, 40 years after John Williams first composed and set music to the screen. We begin with the main title theme and Duel of the Fates from Star Wars. We now feature the CU Dance Team and Golden Buff Color Guard with a mashup of one of the most famous scenes from the original movie and a monster chart from the jazz big band era. Here is Cantina Band, a la Sing, Sing, Sing. We complete our Star Wars halftime show with one of the themes from the 2015 episode, The Force Awakens. This is March of the Resistance.
There's some on the floor out there. Where? There's some on the floor out there, yeah. Well, it sounded really good or like really good?
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the east sideline, where, as part of Homecoming 2017, this year's CU Silver Buffalo Alumni Band now joins the Golden Buff Marching Band on the field. We welcome home alumni from as far back as the graduating classes of 1957 and 58, as well as alumni from the classes in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, representing all band alumni over the past 6 decades. We now invite you to stand and pay tribute to all CU alumni as the combined CU and alumni bands perform Our Alma Mater, conducted by CU Director of Bands, Dr. Donald McKinney. The Director of Bands at the University of Colorado is Donald McKinney, Marching Band Director Matthew Roeder, Assistant Director Matthew Dockendorf, and Graduate Assistants Christopher Halls, Britton Braddock, and Hannah Rudy. Drumline instructors are Jake Eiler, Andrew Brickman, Chase Heck, and Chris Kasmar. CU Color Guard is instructed by Kristen Huffman. I'm Mark Masters. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Colorado's marching band, the University of Colorado Golden Buffalo Marching Band and Alumni Band. Let's go, Buffs!
Fans, at this time, turn your attention to midfield for the Wells Fargo Water for the West Make It Rain contest. Today we have Jack, who will be throwing 4 passes from the 5, 15, 25, and 50-yard lines with a view football of water. For each successful pass, Wells Fargo will restore 25,000 gallons of water to offset Colorado Athletics' water footprint. Are you ready, Jack? Here we go. Good from 5, now from 15. Now from 25. And now the big one from 50. Going big. Bounces near the 8-yard line and just a little bit wide. Thanks, Jack. Wells Fargo will restore an extra $25,000 of water on your behalf. The Water for the West campaign is seeking to offset the CU Athletics water footprint. For every free pledge that CU receives, 1,000 gallons of water will be offset. Please text CU Water to 27126 to stand with CU and pledge to use less water at home, work, and play.
Just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might have had your fill, but feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over tonight, feel it still. We could fight a war for peace. Giving to that easy living, goodbye to my hopes and dreams. Stop flipping for my enemies. We could wait until the walls come down.
Here comes Ralphie and your Colorado Buffaloes. Since Jeans and Silterhar Motors are proud sponsors of the appearance of Ralphie 5 at today's game and other university functions.
The Buffs and Pepsi want to bring your beverage bottles back to life by recycling all of them. Those recycled bottles are turned into shirts and other garments instead of going to a landfill. Shirts made of recycled plastic bottles will be tossed into the stands every time the Buffs score a touchdown. So catch a shirt and help the Buffs close the loop by bringing a bottle to the recycling station and back to life as a shirt. We all win when Buffs recycle.
For over a century, the Pac-12 has been a catalyst for collective excellence. An extraordinary blend of 12 unique universities. Combined, we elevate team chemistry to an art form. Connected by geography, passion, and creativity, our student athletes continue to find ways to marvel and amaze. As standout performers and inspiring innovators, as future leaders and global game changers, these are the elements of excellence. Pac-12, the Conference of Champions.
Buff fans, please direct your attention to Buff Vision and check out today's Quicken Loans milestone moment.
Oh, there's Lindsey. He's gone. Lindsey's gone. Colorado gets the big hit. Wow, how about that answer? 74 yards. Philip Lindsey.
Untouched. And whoop, picks up a nice block. And away he goes. I mean...
I don't like your little games. Don't like your tilted stage. The role you made me play of the fool. No, I don't like you. I don't like your perfect crime. How you laugh when you lie. You said the gun was mine. Isn't cool. No, I don't like you. But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead, I do it all the time. I got a list of names and yours is in red underlined. I check it once, then I check it twice. Oh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me. Ooh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.
Gives out the Lindsey. Makes a nice move when he's hit the open. On his way. 25 being chased from behind. Hit at the 20-yard line and run out of bounds. Third down at 17 after giving it the third sack of the season. Looney Montez hits. He throws over the middle. Catch is made at the 2-yard line by number 2. And Devin Ross is into the end zone. Sexy on you now. Bet I can take you there. There's a man out there. Over the shoulder grab. He's inside the 15. And spinning down. 7-yard line out of a pistol formation. Montez is down.
Davis and Hawkins are deep for Cal. Price to kick off for Colorado.
About 3 yards deep. Now he's going to put the brakes on, put the knee down for the touchback. And so the Golden Bears will bring it out first down at 10 from the 25-yard line. 27-14. Buffalo's looking for a victory here today. It would be win number 5. And then they've got to find that 6th victory to become bowl eligible and become the first team to go to back-to-back bowl games since Gary Barnett was leaving the Buffs in 2004 and 2005 last time. Buffs have gone back-to-back to bowls. First down at 10 with the 25. Bauer shotgun snap, play action slant left side. Noah the grab, stop and go move along the hash on the near side. Chris Malumba for the defensive line chases him down from behind. Takes him down. It's a gain of 14 yards. By the way, Taryn Hasselback will not return. They have not told us what the injury is, but he's out of this ball game. So first down and 10 for the 39. Pretty good looking pass by Bowers that time. Takes a shotgun snap. Inside handoff to Laird. Boy, he stutter stepped, puts the brakes on, cuts to his left, and went nowhere. Got 1 yard on the gain to the 40-yard line. A couple of Buffs were there. Ryan Moeller led the way defensively for Colorado.
That was well done up front. That's the way it looked last year, Mark, with those 3 defensive linemen playing 2 gaps. Nowhere to go. Backs bouncing back and forth. Linebackers filling. That was a good play for the Buffs.
So second down and 9 for the 40-yard line. H back to the left. That's the nearly 300-pound fullback out there. Powers a shotgun snap. Play action. Looks left. Throws a slant. Wharton leaping grab. Got hit from behind, but holds onto the football between the hashes. Right at midfield. He has it out the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 10 and a first down. Boy, Bowers, when he wants to, he can put a little mustard on that ball.
Well, the Buffs the play action pass is pulling the linebackers up, and it's leaving the hole for that slant pass. And Buffs got to do something about not jumping on that fake and staying in that slant area. Take away that pass.
Yep, first down and 10 for the 50-yard line. Bowers is out of the shotgun. He takes a snap. Quick throw on the right. Little out pat on the right flat. Grab is made. Stepping in the bounds, Jordan Vesey, the junior yards. Dante Wingley was there to escort him out of bounds. It'll make it second down and a long 2 now for the Buffalo's 42-yard line. Opening possession of the second half for Cal. And the Buffs on top 27-14.
Yeah, quick passes, trying to take advantage of the 2 freshman corners.
Again, the Buffaloes without Isaiah Oliver today, out with an injury. Inside handoff to Laird. Comes off left guard. Got hit up high and low. Javier Edwards was there along with Drew Lewis. A gain of a lone yard that time. Chris Malumba in the middle of that one as well. That'll make it third down and 1.
Well, they're 4-down territory, so whether they get this on third down or they go for it on fourth, it's this is a hard one to stop for the Buffs.
Bears are 5 of 10 on third downs in this ball game. Bowers is going to be in a pistol formation. He's got Laird behind him. H-back, that big fullback is off to the right. Hand off to Laird. Stop and goes. Got the first down. Grabbed the rally ankles and taken down. On the tackle for the Buffaloes. That time off the corner position was Trey Udofia. A gain of 4 yards. And it's a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the Buffalo 37-yard line for Cal.
Impressive drive by Cal. They've hit 3 or 4 slant routes in there. Quick passes, nothing down the field. Just trying to keep the chains moving, expose the 2 young corners.
Buffaloes on top 27-14. Cal with a first down and 10 with a 37 pistol formation play action. Bowers with a man on his face, throws it right side, took a shot and the pass was deflected. Derek McCartney got in his face, deflected the ball and then put a knock on Bowers, so incomplete. Nice play that time by Derek McCartney.
Yeah, great play by Derek that time. Not only to put the pressure, but to knock the ball down and then to let Bowers know that he's there.
So that was just a little hello shot, wasn't it?
Just, you're it.
Don't
forget. Tag.
Don't forget about me. I'll be here all afternoon, right? Second down and 10 now for the 37. Bowers out of the shotgun. He's got trips to the right. Inside handoff. Give the ball to Laird. And an outstanding play that time by Chase Frankie. He just shoved the offensive lineman aside and knocked down the ball carrier. Outstanding play that time by Frankie. That's a loss of 4 yards.
Well, the Buffs moving that time. Frankie slanting inside. He plays on the inside shoulder of that tackle, any inside eye of that tackle. Been able to keep inside leverage and get back in the backfield.
Well, when you take a 310-pound lineman, though, and just chuck him aside with one hand and knock the ball carrier down with the other, that's pretty impressive. Third down and 15. Bowers, snap, drops, looks left, fires. That pass might have been deflected. I think Frankie got a piece of it. Bowers ends up on his backside. Jacob Callier, the linebacker, got there. And that'll make it fourth down and 15 now for the 42-yard line.
Yep, Jacob rolled his ankle in Thursday's practice. He wasn't taped. I bet he's taped today.
I bet he is. He's not limping. He's been running around. When you're 18 years old, you heal quickly. You know?
Well, that's a big third down stop. That's a big series, that last 3 plays by the Buffs for McCartney to knock the 1 play down, and big tackle by Frankie in that play.
Boy, good stuff. Punters out there, Klump boots this one away from midfield. Under a bit of pressure, high and end over end. Little backspin on it. Good to send this one into the end zone for the touchback. So with 11:20 to play in quarter number 3, nice defensive stop. The Buffs gained some ground, but stall that drive in midfield. And Colorado will take over first down and 10 for the 20 with 11:20 to play in the third. And the Buffs on top 27-14. Timeout now. This is Colorado football.
Hey Buff fans, this season is a very exciting season for the Ralphie program. This is the 50th anniversary of the greatest tradition in all of college sports, Ralphie leading the football team out onto the field. The Ralphie program is funded exclusively from fans like you. All of the funds that we receive to the Ralphie program go to the care and costs of Ralphie.
This is where you come in. We're doing a crowdfunding campaign to raise $50,000, all of which will go to Ralphie and the Ralphie program, continuing the greatest tradition in all of college sports.
The University of Colorado proudly recognizes Chevron as today's donor of the game. Chevron's lifetime contribution to CU Boulder is currently at $6.8 million and has supported scholarships, technology and research, diversity efforts, state-of-the-art labs, and more. The Chevron team with us today includes Vice Chairman and Executive Vice President of Midstream and Development, Mike Worth, a 1982 CU Chemical Engineering grad. He will become Chairman of the Board and Chief Executive Officer on February 1st, 2018. Jeff Gustafson, CU alum and President of Chevron Canada Limited. Glenn Weckerlin and Cynthia Murphy-Ortega with Chevron University Partnerships and Association Relations. They are joined on the field by CU Boulder Chancellor Phil DiStefano, Bobby Braun, and Dean of Engineering and Applied Science, and Athletic Director Rick George. To celebrate Chevron's generous commitment to the university, CU Boulder Chancellor Phil DiStefano will present a Crystal Buffalo to Mike Worth, provided by Walters and Hogsett. Thanks to Chevron for their support of the University of Colorado.
On the bench, guys, I've got to say, more energy than I've seen really all the games I've been up here so far, Mark.
Yeah, a lot of energy out there. The Buffs are on top, 27 to 14, I beg your pardon. On a first down and 10 for the 20-yard line. There's a quick slant. Steven Montez continues to be on point. He fires this one to Devin Ross between the hashes, gain of 12 yards and a first down.
Well, Cal brought a linebacker. Steven threw it right where that linebacker vacated.
And the read option this time gets blown up. Steven fakes it. Now here comes a late flag, and this one's going to go against Cal. It was a loss of 2 yards.
Montez is hurt.
Yep. He took a shot on the read option. He
After the play, personal foul, late hit with targeting. Defense number 59. A 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Play is under review.
Kanachik.
That's Kanachik, who's been outstanding today. It was the read option, and he faked the ball into the gut of Philip Lindsay, pulled it out, then darted forward, got hit, ripped away from the defender, and then lunged forward for a couple of yards and went down, and that's when the shot came. 10:58 to play in the third quarter. They're already out. Linebacker Devontae Downs, their leading tackler, who's out of the game. And now Kanachik, who's been very active in this ball game, could be out. We're going to get a look at the replay here. He took a shot as he went off the right side.
I don't think they can call that targeting, Mark.
No, you just missed it. You looked down. It's targeting. You looked away as soon as they showed it. And on the way down, he took a shot to the helmet. Helmet to helmet.
No, I think I saw. I think that's a tough call because Steven was going down and altered the direction of his head. I don't know. That's one of those really freak.
Well, I wonder about it only because of this. Now, the replay I saw just a moment ago, Kanachik was leading with his head. And I wonder about that. I mean, he came in, wasn't leading with the shoulder, was leading with the crown of his helmets. And I'm wondering about that. So they're going to take a look at this one. Hey, a win for your team is a win for you, too. There's nothing quite like it except driving a Nissan. Get to Nissan, a proud supporter of college athletics, and shop ChooseNissan.com today. Take on today.
Holy smokes. Penn State 14-0 over Ohio State.
After review, there is no targeting on the play. However, the late hit, the 15-yard penalty is still in force, automatic first down.
All right. Well, Coach, you got that one right. So you can have a now. If in case
it happens,
well,
it does happen.
Well, you picked Penn State. I didn't today. So you can. So if in case anybody's wondering, you can have the late hit without a targeting penalty. So that was a differentiation there today by our referee and his Pac-12 crew, Chris Coit, 14-14 up in Fort Collins between the Rams and the Falcons in the Mountain West Conference. We've got 10:58 to play in the third here.
And Neuer at quarterback.
Sam Neuer's in because Steven took that shot to the head. So we'll have Andy check on Steven Montez. Steven's been outstanding in this game. 12 of 17 passing, 254 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So now in a game, we wondered if Neuer might get the start. We end up seeing Neuer anyway. First down and 10 for the 45. Pistol formation. Handoff to Philip Lindsay. Phil some hard yards as he squares up and submarines forward off the left-hand side. Gains a couple of yards. That'll make it second down and 10. Make it second down and 8, I beg your pardon, for the 47-yard line. Neuer last week, when he came in the second half, 7 of 18 passing, 53 yards. Second and 8 here for the 47. Again, a handoff to Philip Lindsay. And again, Cal is there defensively. Garen Brown was one of the initial Bears that got there. Gain of 1 yard on that play. Third down and 7.
Yeah, Cal Bears have jumped into a 5-man front that time twice in a row. Been tough sledding inside.
Sure. Well, I suppose you kind of figure as well. New quarterback comes in. Maybe you give him a couple plays to knock the rust off. Now you're in a passing down on third down and 7 for the 48. Out of the shotgun, Sam Neuer. He's got tripped to the left. Now Bobo in motion, goes back in the center of the 3. Drops to throw. Neuer steps up, rifles it left side. Coming back, making the grab is Bobo. He circles around and falls forward. Now, did he get the first down? The spot from where we sit would say no. He's going to be shy by about a foot or so.
Buff's going to go for it. Ball's on a 45-yard line.
So a gain of 6. They needed 7. They actually got about 6.5 on that one. Yeah, 9:28 to play in the third. 27-14 Colorado. Big fourth down right here.
Heavy unit in there. Yep. Lots of guys.
We got all kinds of tight ends and tackles and backs in the eye and a fumbled snap. It's loose on the carpet and Cal's got it. There's a new quarterback under center and a bad exchange between the center and the quarterback, and it's recovered. Coming up with the football.
The ruling on the field is a fumble. Recovered by the defense. First down, Cal.
James Looney came up with that football.
Mark, you see it happen so many times. The quarterbacks who take most of their snaps from the shotgun is when they have to go up underneath. And what usually happens is the center blocks away from where the play's going because they're trying to pull a guard. He goes one way, and the quarterback's left with his hands going a different way, and the ball gets fumbled. You really have to work on that snap in practice, and if you don't do enough of it, this sort of thing can happen.
First down and 10, handoff and Wary off the left side. Didn't find much right there. Buffs do a good job of corralling him and bulldogging him down. Ryan Moeller, no gain on the play. And remember, Gary, you got a backup center and a backup quarterback in there, so it's not as if you had one of the first teamers out there as well. Both guys aren't used to working with each other.
Yeah, Montez is up. Looks like he's going back in on the next series.
All right.
He's got his helmet.
Second down and 10 for the 46-yard line. Clock running 8:47 after the turnover. On the fumbled snap, recovered by Cal. Buffs on top 27-14. Second down and 10 for the 46-yard line. Ball between the hashes, moving left to right. Bowers out of the shotgun. Takes a knee-high snap. Drops to throw. Looks right. Throws it out there. Nice job by Nick Fisher. Knocking that ball away. The tight end Reinwald from behind down the seam on the right side. That's great timing that time by the safety Nick Fisher. Incomplete pass.
Boy, that was close. If I were on the Cal sideline, I'd be yelling about that one. But I'm on the Buff sideline. I think it's a heck of a play.
That's a heck of a play for him.
Yeah, big third down right now for CU to respond this way, get this ball back after a fumble would be huge. They've got to find an answer to these slant routes, though.
Third down and 10 for the 46-yard line. The Bears are 6 of 12 on third downs. Bowers is out of the shotgun. He's got a slot to the left, ball between the hashes. Here comes pressure. Bowers dropping the throw. Throws it out on the left-hand side. There was pressure on him, and the ball is offline. It was in between the two receivers on the left flat. I think it was intended for Noah. Went behind him and flooded incomplete. Down to the sideline we go as the Bears are looking at a fourth down and 10. Here's Andy Lindahl.
Yeah, I believe his coach said we should see Montez back in there. I'm not even sure they worried about a concussion, gentlemen. It looked like he was saying something about his neck, maybe even a stinger. No official injury report given to me, but he hopped up, gave a high five to a bunch of his teammates. He should be the quarterback to start this next series, Mark.
All right, here comes Dylan Clump out to punt this one away. Boots this one high in the air. Big punter, by the way. And Lonnie Blackman comes up there. Catch signal is made in between the hash and the numbers on the near side at the 18-yard line. Blackman makes the grab. That downs the ball there. 36-yard punt, no return. Timeout on the field. The Buffaloes, with 8:19 to play in the third, leading the Golden Bears on homecoming.
Annual homecoming weekend. For 103 years, homecoming has embodied many things, but most importantly, it's a time for students, alumni, faculty. Part of the Stampede. This year's theme was Ralphie's 50th anniversary. The parade saw participation from over 20 student groups and community organizations. And at this time, we'd like to announce the parade float winners from each category. Environmental Center, and in the Greek category, the winner is Delta Delta Delta. Congratulations to our winners, and thanks to everyone who participated in this year's festivities. Now on the field are members of this year's homecoming committee. The committee is made up of members from the City of Boulder, the University, the Alumni Association, Program Council, RHA, Athletics, CUSG, and several other student groups who have worked tirelessly to make this year's homecoming a success. Many other alumni groups are hosting reunions to celebrate their CU pride this weekend at our 103rd homecoming celebration. Thank you to all our reunion groups and all fans at tonight's game, and welcome back to Boulder.
Down at 10 for the 18-yard line. Moving right to left, ball left hash mark. He's got a slot either side. Montez waits. Devin Ross through the backfield. In motion to left to right. The redshirt sophomore takes a snap waist high. Drops. He's got time again. Throw it over the middle. And the grab is made by Bryce Bobo. He reverses and comes back across the formation. Out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards. The pass and catch by Bryce Bobo. Middle linebacker Kanashik was there in the tackle, and it's 2nd down and 3. Boy, good protection once again. 25-yard line. Montez out of the shotgun. Turns, hands off Phillip Lindsay. Looking to make a man miss. Got hit down low. There's a flag on the play. Ashton Davis, the safety, made the tackle. Gain of 3 as it stands right now, which would be a first
Personal
down.
foul. Illegal hands to the face. Offense number 64. Half the distance to the goal. Replay 2nd down.
That's Aaron Hagler, who is playing at right guard this afternoon. That's costly for the Buffaloes. Gary, we had your mic off over there. I think you're on now, aren't you?
I don't know.
There
Yeah, there you
go.
go. That's a second call that officials made to hands to the face, this time by Hagler, the first one by Jeremy Irwin.
3rd down and 15. Buffaloes now back at the 13-yard line after that hands to the face call. Trips to the right. That's the open side of the formation. Montez drops inside the 5, steps up, rifles it out in the right flat. Leaping grab, chest high made by Shea Fields, and he's got a first down right at the 28-yard line. A 15-yard pickup. Outstanding throw. Great protection once again by Steven Montez. And there's just a rhythm by Montez today, Coach, that I don't know that we've seen much this season.
No, I agree. You know, they're getting softer coverage than they certainly did a week ago, and they're only a 4-man rush, which we've been able to hold up with today. That
The
we
ruling
have.
on the field of a catch and a first down is under review.
Did Shea bobble that ball maybe? That's on the far side of the field, about as far away from our vantage point as you can get. I mean, I know when he stepped out of bounds,
I think they're questioning where he stepped out of bounds.
All right. When he did step out of bounds, he quickly kind of flung the ball aside. So I don't know if they're checking the spot or they're looking at whether he had full control as he went out of bounds. That's possible.
Here at Auburn University, congratulations on 50 years.
On behalf of the University of Texas, the Silver Spooners Organization, and Vivo 15, we'd like to wish Ralphie a happy 50th anniversary. Congratulations.
Happy 50th anniversary, Ralphie. Congratulations, Ralphie.
Congratulations on 50 years, Ralphie. Gig 'em.
I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everywhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do.
After review, the receiver completed the catch inbounds, but took the ball out of bounds a half a yard short of the line to gain. Third down.
Well, there wasn't a defender within about 3 or 4 yards of him.
You know, I'm confused. I thought you said that was third down on the play before.
No, that was second
it's
down.
Second down. So we're not in a 5-down situation here.
No.
We're not playing. We're not at Missouri. We know exactly what down this is.
That only happens in Columbia. It's third down and 1 right now. Buffs with a power formation. They got one receiver to the right, quarterback keeper, great push up front. That's a first down. But going back to that, Shea Fields, who, by the way, became the 6th player in CU history with 20 or more touchdown catches when he had that 65-yarder early in the ball game. But that's a mental mistake by Shea Fields out there, because he caught that ball wide open on this sideline and just turned and stepped out of bounds. You got to know where that first down marker is.
Well, I would think, but from our viewpoint, it's really hard to say exactly where his feet and balance was. But yes, if he could have made it, then it was.
Play action. Stevens sets up nice pickup on the blitz that time by Philip Lindsay. Lofts it down the sideline, and Laviska Shenault goes high for the ball and comes down, but he bobbled it on the way down. Oh, that would have been a spectacular highlight catch as he went up over the top of Darren Brown and yanked it away on the way down. And when he came down, it just started to bobble in his hands a little bit. Oh, that could have been a great catch. Down to the side of it going, Andy Lindahl.
All right, I'm going to trust you, Mark. It looked like he had control before he rolled over. He did lose it at the end. Good eyes, Mark Johnson.
Yeah, I told you, man. He rolled over. And as he was rolling over, it just kind of bobbled out of his hands, and he caught it on the bounce. 47 yards that would have been if he could have held on. I tell you what, Laviska Shenault has got all the makings of a dominant receiver.
Yeah.
So second down and 10. Are they going to review this one now?
Timeout, Colorado.
I think maybe
their first of the half.
Mike McIntyre might be giving the replay official an opportunity. Look at that. I'm
not
30-second
sure it's gonna
timeout.
change,
though. I don't think anything's going to change there. By the way, the attendance here for homecoming 2017, 47,216. That's the 6th largest crowd under Mike McIntyre. So nice turnout today here at Folsom Field. 27-14, Buffs have got the lead. 6:41 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Mike would have called timeout here. Hate to lose one at this point in time.
Right.
They're like gold. You want to hang on to them.
Amen to that. Down to the sideline, Andy Lindahl once again.
All right, so let's have a discussion where, again, if we're in the schoolyard, someone's getting punched in the nose about this. He did technically have both hands around the football as his back hit. Now, I guess they're not going to challenge, though, are they, Mark?
No, you got to control it through the catch. Second down and 10 with the 30-yard line. Shotgun snap. Montez, he drops. Here comes pressure. He circles around. Looney was there, put the first knock on him. He got away from Looney, and then he just got buried by the second wave. Raymond Davidson, the third. The linebacker got there, brought him down, a loss of 13 yards.
I thought he should have gotten rid of this ball, Mark. That was I think that's a it's a five-man rush.
Yep. That's about the first real mistake we've seen from Steven today, where he needed to get rid of that football.
Pressure came off the left tackle, Jeremy Irwin's block.
So now it's third down and 25. That makes life rather difficult. Montez dropping, throwing out of the backfield on the right side. Check down on the screen, caught by Philip Lindsay. He'll run back to about the initial line of scrimmage, up around the 29-yard line, and that's where he's corralled down, but that's 10 yards shy. So we got 11, almost 12 yards on that one. Ashton Davis is on the tackle. That'll make it fourth down, and they'll call it 11 for the 29-yard line. Bright sunshine here in Boulder right now. Really been a very pleasant day of about 55 degrees.
Yeah, little wind, just a great football day.
Fantastic. By the way, it's tied up at 21 up in Fort Collins right now between the Falcons and the Rams. We've got 5:31 to play here in the third. Buffs on top 27-14. Alex Kinney is out to boot this one away. What's the foot?
Oh, he got that one, boy.
He got a boomer drifting back. Vic Wharton inside the 10, takes it to 13, dances on the numbers, and Buffs do a great job on coverage. Bo Bisharat laid a knock on him, and that put him down at the 14-yard line. Only about a 2-yard return on that one after a 56-yard punt by Alex Kinney, who's been very, very good this season. Nice job of the Buffaloes. We've got a timeout on the field with 5:13 to play in the third quarter. Bears will have it. First and 10 for the 14. This is Colorado football from Learfield.
Can you guys hear me all right? Okay, because I don't hear myself very well.
Need assistance or are experiencing unruly behavior at the game today? Send a text to 69050 with CU, your message, and your location. In addition, throughout the stadium, you can find our security team and our ushers for your safety. Again, for assistance at today's game, text 69050 with your concern. Fans, turn your attention to the south end zone and welcome over 30 club and intramural student athletes onto the field. These teams have competed against several other club teams and have traveled across the country for competition. Here today are 3 groups that have won championships with their sports. First, the cycling team. They have won national championships in track cycling, mountain biking, and road biking. Next up is the swimming and diving team. The women's team won their 7th consecutive national championship, while the men's team finished 3rd. The triathlon team won its 8th consecutive national championship overall. The women were crowned national champions in 2017, while the men's team finished 2nd overall. That placement was achieved by the hard work of the team and the late Alessandro Zazu, who passed away in a tragic bike accident coming down Sunshine Canyon just outside Boulder in May. He was just 19 years old. Let's give a big round of applause for these outstanding athletes and their accomplishments.
Yeah, he's growing that beard, so he looks hot too.
Yeah. But, you know, we have a good time.
Oh, we got a penalty on 71.
Uh-oh.
Big boy.
False start, offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Jake Kern, the 6'6", 330-pound redshirt freshman from Larkspur, California. But what's going to happen when he grows up, huh? 6'6", 330 as a redshirt freshman. Holy cow.
You know, this is the only sport big guys like that can play.
Man, he looks like he swallowed a Cal Bear. Look at the size of that guy. First down and 15 from the 9-yard line. Buffalo's on top, 27-14. A little over 5 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Shotgun snap, play action, swing it out in the left flat. Diving grab attempt out there by Brandon Singleton. He had to go horizontal on that one. Couldn't come down with it. Behind it was Trigonopi on the coverage.
Boy, we saw so much offense in that first half, Mark, and now, other than the opening drive by Cal,
kind of dried up
stalled. We haven't had much since.
Both defenses have got a little stingy here in the second half. Second down at 15 for the 9. Powers with an empty backfield. He's got trips to the right and a slot boundary side left. Buff showing blitz off the edge. Powers dropped to the goal line, lofts it down the right side, and it is incomplete. Evan Worthington was on the coverage that time, running stride for stride with sophomore Jordan Duncan down the right sideline, and it's incomplete.
I think a little better pass that time. That's a completion. Evan got his hand out just in the right amount of time.
Boy, Evan Worthington. There are folks in the NFL, when we talk to scouts every once in a while, they really like Evan Worthington. Third down at 15 for the 9-yard line. Bears have 6 of 13 on third downs. They've got 5:04 to play in the third. Bowers out of the shotgun from the 9. Ball left hash mark, waist high snap, drops back to the goal line, under pressure, swinging out of the backfield. Laird out of the backfield makes it, and he dives up the right far sideline, looking for the first down marker, and he's shy at the 22-yard line. He stepped out of bounds before he got to the yard to gain. That's a gain of 13.
Boy, their Buffs are lucky there,
Yes,
because
they are.
That would have been a big mistake to let that third down get away.
Boy, they forgot about Laird out of the backfield.
Sure did.
Coach Wilcox, who likes to go for it on fourth down, not going to go for it on fourth down at about 1.5 yards from his own 23-yard line. So
we don't think.
Well, we don't think so, but keep an eye, Here comes Klump, the punter. He stands at the 8-yard line up to our left, and now we've got to stop.
The ruling on the field of the runner short of the line to gain is under review.
All right. They'll take a look at that. Well, the Buffs are playing soft on that third down at 15, but they forgot about the running back out of the backfield. Here's a score update, by the way. Air Force now leading midway through the second quarter, 28-21. They're not playing a lot of defense up in Fort College. Last we checked, Air Force had about 300 yards of offense and 1 passing attempt, by the way. 300 yards rushing. Hey, Buffs fans, do game day right this football season with LG's game-changing home appliances. Visit your local appliance factory, Mattress Kingdom, for all your kitchen appliance needs. Coach, what do you think here?
I can't see it well enough, Mark, to be able to tell you. It looks like to me he's got a first down.
All right. Well, Connor Shreve, our statistician, who's never been wrong, by the way, claims that unless he stepped out with the left foot, we can't really tell.
If Connor's wrong, he goes by a different name. Then it's Chip.
Yeah, that's right. It's Chip Shreve, who's always wrong. Connor Shreve has never been wrong.
Oh, boy, they let this get away. They're going to regret this.
And if it does go in favor of Cal, it's a bad defensive conversion allowed by the Buffaloes. 4:24 to play in the third, 27-14. Boy, they're taking a long look at this one. They're having a tough time figuring this one out. Which, you know what? I think if it's taken this long, they should just say, well, we can't tell, and we'll leave it as it is. Don't you think? Shouldn't there be a time limit on these sort of things?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Here comes
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called.
See?
Fourth down.
Chip was wrong.
Connor was right. Oh, that's right. Chip was wrong, All right, so they're going to punt it away. Boy, Dylan Klump, that's a big punter out there. 6'2", 235 pounds. And, Coach, you like the way he kind of boots the ball.
I do like the way he boots the ball.
He's going to roll out to his right, gets this one away. Ronnie Blackman's back to return. He stands at the 25-yard line, makes the grab at the 26, and he gets steamrolled right there. And that's where the Buffs will start out first down and 10 with 4:12 to play. 51-yard punt down to the sideline we go. Here's Andy Lindahl.
Hey, no truth to the rumor that Tad Boyle's still down here trying to recruit some of the size off this Cal offensive line. But, hey, guys, I don't know. You can answer this better, but I'll tell you what. It feels like this, a lot of ferocity to it. And really, it seems like this quarterback, this is the most uncomfortable I've seen the quarterback seriously in the last 4 games. I cannot get over the different energy the Buffs have today, Mark.
Well, it has been severely needed, by the way. Steven Montez this afternoon, as he works his way back in the field, got 287 yards passing. He had a couple of touchdowns. We're going to give you another statistical note about Steven here momentarily. On first down, there's a handoff. Philip Lindsay running a sweep to the right. And boy, he was being chased down immediately as he had a defender right on his heels. Ends up having a loss of a yard. Cameron Good was on his heels the entire time and hauls him down. So that defense for Cal was not at all fooled by that play.
No, they had a defense for that play. They brought pressure that time. 5 guys.
Montez on second down and 11 from the 25-yard line. Play action, throws a slant left side. Grab is made between the hashes, and Devin Ross is out across the 35 near the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 10 as it stands right now. It'll be a much more manageable 3rd down and 1. Trayvon Beck was there at the tackle. Hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Montez looking at a 3rd and 1. Hands off Philip Lindsay, cuts off to his right, then works back against the grain, picks up 2. And that's a first down for Colorado. By the way, with that 200 and now it's 97 yards, Steven moves beyond 3,000 yards in his career, becomes the 13th Buffalo all time to do so. In fact, he passed Randy Essington, who was here in the early 1980s, went across 3,000 yards. There's a direct snap to Philip Lindsay. He's going to run straight ahead. A little wildcat for the Buffaloes. Second time we've seen that in the ball game. Gain of 8 yards on that play. Second down and 2 forthcoming now at the 46-yard line.
First real seam the Buffs have created for Lindsay today was right there.
And Phil's creeping up on 100 yards. 3rd down and 2. Phil's got another one. Cuts off to his left. This time he comes up shy of the first down marker. Or did he? Where was his spot there? Looks like they did give him just barely 2 yards. So he got the first down marker. That's 21 carries for 89 yards now for Philip Lindsay.
Bo Bisharat in for him. You know, he took a shot that time. He called himself out. We're not getting beyond the first level of blocking. The linebackers are just nailing Lindsay right for a 2-yard gain.
First down and 10 for the 48. Steven Montez drops. He pumps. Here comes pressure. Gets away from the defensive end. Runs away from the linebacker. Hit from behind. Now swings it off Bisharat, who's a check down at the 50. And Bisharat turns between the hash and numbers to the far side and squares up and bulldozes his way out to the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Improvisation by Steven Montez. Hawkins was there on the tackle for Cal.
But that was he scrambled and found him, but I don't know how.
That's making lemonade out of lemons on that one, boy. Holy cow.
A lot of substitution by Cal now. They can substitute when the Buffs do, but Bear defense this time.
Yeah, second down and 5 for the 46-yard line. Hand off to Bo Bisharat. Stutter step, finds a bit of a seam, runs forward, drops the shoulder and runs over Quentin Tartable, this safety, and picks up a first down. Good power running that time by Bo Bisharat, the sophomore out of Sacramento, California. Gain of 11. First down, Colorado.
Cal jumping into the old 46 Bear defense that time, covering the center and both guards. They're back in it again. This has been a hard thing to run against.
27-14. Buffaloes with the lead. 90 seconds remaining. Hand off to Philip Lindsay, and he got stoned on that one. James Looney was right there. Loss of a yard, in fact, on the play.
Well, this is a tough defense to run against. We see it every once in a while, and that is not one of the plays you want to run. But the Buffs aren't in a position to audible. Don't know how much of this they played. The 2 games I watched Cal play, they didn't jump into this defense, so this is probably somewhat a surprise for them in these running situations. Back in a 4-man front this time.
So second down and 11 for the 36-yard line inside Bear territory. Shotgun snap, Montez looking right, fires over the middle, leaping grab is made. He catches the ball in his midsection, and Jay McIntyre comes down and gets knocked down. They give him forward progress out to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 9 yards, and a nice throw that time by Steven Montez. Tartable is here on the tackle.
Buffs substituting, bringing in their big package. You got Frazier and
Jared Poplawski comes in.
Jared Poplawski's in. This could be a little pass.
Interesting. Well, let's see here.
Yeah.
You've got 3 tight ends out there for the Buffaloes. 2 on the left side. Poplawski on the right. 1 receiver. On third down and 2 from the 27, the Buffaloes have 9 of 13. Play action. Boots out to the right looking for Poplawski. But Steven Montez, he's going to run to the far sideline, and he dives for the sideline and the first down marker, and he's out of bounds at the 24. That's a gain of 3, and it's a first down by Colorado.
Well, we called the pass right. He wasn't open, but Montez did the right thing. I don't know if he had to dive and throw that ball.
That's the end of the third quarter.
You know, it was much more dramatic that way.
It was much more dramatic.
Much more dramatic if you dive like that. That's the end of quarter number 3. Buffalo's driving right now. They've got it inside Cal territory. First down and 10 from the 24, and a 24 to make a 27-14 lead over the Golden Bears on homecoming here in Boulder. We'll take a timeout. This is Colorado football from Learfield.
The hardest. The nerves. The silence. And then you remember, this is a chance to shape your future. Or someone else's. To leave your mark on the world. The moment before you step out there is the hardest. But that's the moment you determine exactly who you're going to be.
Fans, direct your attention to the south end zone and welcome the CU dance team. Joining the dancers are former dance alumni.
All you girls in here. 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 If you're feeling thirsty.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink. Swalla la la. Drink. Swalla la la. Swalla la la. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink. Swalla la la. Drink. Swalla la la. Swalla la la.
I got wife in these. You don't get wins for that. Having another good year. We don't get blimps for that. Can't sip cow. We don't get minks for that. When I'm popping them bananas, we don't link chimps for that. Popping them bananas, popping them bananas. We don't link chimps for that. We don't link chimps for that. Popping them bananas, popping them bananas. We don't link. We don't link chimps for that.
Bad girls don't swallow la la. Swalla la la. Bad girls don't swallow la la. Like a better out in Beverly Hills. Like a dollar got you in the building. Like a better out in Beverly Hills.
Let's hear it for the CU dance team, and a special thanks to the CU Spirit Squad sponsors Terra Cluck Dance Center, Core Power Yoga, and Walters and Hogshead.
That's the open side of the formation. Pistol formation, handoff. Philip Lindsay gets to the second level this time. Coach has been talking about that. Across the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Ends up gaining 5 yards, and is eventually brought down by Cameron Good, the linebacker.
Closer to the goal line. More pressure Cal brings. Brought 5 that time. 5 again this time.
Lindsay gets the call again. He steps out to the left. He runs around the end. He's got the first down. Gets a block by Bobo, and there comes a flag in the play. He's run out of bounds inside the 10. Down inside the 8 to the 7-yard line is where they spot him out of bounds. There is a marker down. It's a 12-yard gain as it stands right now.
Yeah, it's going to be against Bobo. I couldn't see it, but they called it.
Holding. Offense, number 4. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Boy, that's not much.
Replay second down.
We just got to look at that one. That's not much. I don't know about that one.
Well, you know, sometimes these officials feel like if they don't throw a flag, they don't earn their pay.
Well,
nothing's happened on that side of the field for this guy, so what the heck? He got on television.
By the way, early on second quarter, it's Washington leading at home up in Seattle over UCLA 10-9 right now. Huskies advantage there. We've got a 27-14 Buffalo's advantage here in Boulder with 14:26 to play. Very early fourth quarter. Buffs now looking at a 2nd down and 9 for the 23-yard line after the penalty. Tight end to the right. That's the open side of the formation. Montez is out of the shotgun. He's got Bo Bisharoff, the running back, flanking him to his left. Takes the snap and a whistle and a stoppage of play.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Well, Coach, that shouldn't happen following a penalty when you've had all kinds of time, right?
No, absolutely not. That takes you out of scoring position.
Yep.
You know, a penalty like that. And
boy, oh boy, fellas. Had a penalty, so while they're unpacking the penalty, you've got extra time out there, and the Buffs still get the delay of game. Second down and 14 for the 28. Montez slaps his hands, waist-high snap, drops. Here comes pressure in his face, decides to run. Little juke move, tries to get around one defender, breaks off to his right. He's got running room at the 25 now. Between the hashes, he takes his shot, and he's down at the 23. Boy, that was nearly disaster. Jalen Hawkins eventually brings him down. He ran quite a bit, ends up gaining a total of about 5 yards, but it makes it 3rd down and 9.
Well, he flushed up inside that time at least. And I don't know if he had his eyes down the field or not. I don't know if there was a receiver there, but at least he flushed up inside and was able to get something out of there.
3rd down and 9 for the 23. Montez dropping to throw. Looking for the end zone. Fires, caught at the 5-yard line. Jay McIntyre on a post corner to the right side. Makes the grab. Turns upfield. End zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colorado.
Well, they sure gave him great time that time, Mark, and he stepped into that throw nicely. McIntyre was the inside receiver on the left side in the trips formation, came all the way over to the right side to the corner, and just good patience by Steven Montez, and the corner collapsed. It was wide open, but he made a great throw.
Boy, Steven Montez, 334 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Buffs are on top, 33-14. The kick now by Stefano is up and good. Make it 34-14 with 13:17 to play in the 4th quarter. He got benched at halftime last week, caught his breath, and he has been sharp here today. 3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards by Steven Montez, and the Buffs on the verge of win number 5 and rolling over the Bears, 34-14. Timeout now. This is Colorado football from Learfield.
We needed that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We are an ecosystem at work, stewards of a universe of possibility, who think, research, and solve problems in anticipation of what's next. From mountains to deep space, we move humanity forward. We venture, rise, catalyze, and sometimes fail. Together, we innovate and become part of something greater than ourselves.
Eldora Ski Resort is proud to sponsor this look back at 50 years of Ralphie. Ralphie 5 was born in 2006 in New Mexico, and like Ralphie 4, was donated by Ted Turner. As the darkest calf in the herd, she was named Blackout by ranch hands. Her debut game run came against Eastern Washington on September 6, 2008, a 31-24 victory. To date, Ralphie 5 is by far the fastest and largest of all the previous Ralphies, weighing approximately 1,200 pounds and standing about 5 feet tall at her hump. Her growing has stopped, but not her speed or strength. She currently completes her run around Folsom Field, nearly 2 football fields in length, in less than 25 seconds. Special thanks to Eldora Ski Resort, closer to you.
Going at number 6, Ohio State in the horseshoe. It's 21-3 with 11:40 to play in the second quarter. So early in the second quarter, The Nittany Lions, the number 2 team in the land, on the road in the Horseshoe. And right now beating up on Ohio State. How did that break your heart?
Yeah, Penn State is a good team, and Barrett struggles in these big games, always has, but he's a good player, but for some reason, he struggles in the big ones.
So first down and 10 for the 25 now for the University of California, Berkeley. Montez with those 334, 73 yards away from a career high in passing. Bowers looks to throw. On and out in the flat to the left-hand side. Noah the grab. Nick Fisher's on the coverage. He's escorted out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 6 yards.
Well, Buffs are bringing 5 guys now, and they're forcing these quick throws, but they've got to find an answer on these slants. That was an out route. Good throw that time, but I'm worried about the slants inside.
Second down and 4 now from the 31-yard line. Bowers is out of the shotgun, moving right to left. Knee-high snap, looks to his right, steps up now. He's grabbed by a Buffs defender and held up and knocked down. It wasn't a clean tackle by Jace Frankie. It was more momentum that knocked him down, but Frankie nearly grabbed around the neck and yanked him backwards.
Yeah, still a good play. Good pressure. We haven't had that kind of pressure, Mark, all year.
Yep.
And it's nice to see it.
By the way, Montez 23 yards away from his career high. What did I tell you about Reed Fisher, the birthday boy? He's got sloppy handwriting. That's what I'll tell you about him. 6 of 14 are the Bears on third downs. They're looking at a 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Ball left hash mark. Boundary to the left where you find 2 receivers. Motion man through the backfield left to right. Shotgun snap Bowers. He drops. Here comes Preston. Evan Worthington from behind blows him up and sacks the quarterback inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's a loss of 9 yards. And the safety, Evan Worthington, with his first sack of the campaign, makes it 4th down and 14 with 11:58 to play in quarter number 4. The Buffs on top, 34-14.
Mark, we've seen a big difference between the game plans over the last 3-4 weeks for the Buffs and what they're doing today. A little bit of last week defensively. They are bringing more people. They're angling and slanting their defensive line, and they're taking a few more chances, but they're coming through with them.
Dylan Klump to boot this one away. Low punt over the right shoulder, caught by Ronnie Blackman. He turns to his right, circles back around along the hash on the far side. He is taken down, has his feet cut out from underneath them. They'll spot him down at the 33-yard line. That's a punt of 49 yards, 3 yards on the return.
Fight Sunday, November 26th. Experience the Denver Zoo's holiday tradition before it opens to the public. Don't miss this annual Alumni Association event. If you're looking for a place to watch future CU football games, make sure to check them out at one of our official watch party locations. The Dark Horse in Boulder, Old Chicago in Longmont and Fort Collins, Blake Street Tavern in downtown Denver, and the Schoolhouse in Arvada. Fans, today's Jersey Mike sub of the game is LaVisca Chenal. His 58-yard reception in the first quarter was CU's first passing play of over 50 yards this season. It was the longest catch of his career as the freshman from DeSoto, Texas, came into the game with 4 catches for 89 yards of the season. His previous long reception was 42 yards in the game at UCLA. Jersey Mike's a sub above.
Buffaloes first down and 10 for the 33. Boy, Steven Montez has been good today. 19 of 25, 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. He stands out of the shotgun, moving Philip Lindsay from right to left, hands out to Phil, bounces around the right side, looking for a block, cuts back, gets hit from behind by Looney. And collar tackled down at the 34-yard line. A lot of running there, only 1 yard on the pickup.
Haven't been able to break anything with Philip. No.
He's creeping up on 100 yards. In fact, he's just over 100 yards. So his 11th 100-yard rushing game. Showing blitz, hand off to Philip Lindsay. He has a little bit of a seam. Oh, he was just about to sneak through, and he got grabbed around the ankles and hauled down there. That was just about a big one for Phil. He's got 7 right now. He's got 116 yards rushing now for Philip Lindsay. Evan Weaver was there to bring him down. I got a stat for you, Gary Barnett. I'm going to drop a little knowledge on you here momentarily. Only happened twice before. It's happened this season.
Bring it on.
And you were involved in the first 2 of them, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Third down and 2 for the 41-yard line. Buffs looking to convert right here. Montez out of the shotgun. He's going to keep this one. Oh, he took a heck of a shot by the linebacker as he came charging forward. Garen Brown.
Yeah, he's short. He did take a shot.
Yep.
They had it stacked. You know, that's one of those, in these new age offenses, you don't have audibles very often, and that's one of those plays when you look at it as a quarterback, go, can I have an audible because there's 4 big guys right there. Shoot.
Well, Steven comes up short on 3rd down and 2. He's got a 4th down and 1. This is just the 3rd time in CU football history the Buffs have had a 2,000-yard passer and a 1,000-yard rusher in the same season. Steven Montez, obviously the passer. Philip Lindsay, the rusher. It's only happened 2 other times. And after the punt here, we'll tell you about that. Alex Kinney to boot this one away. Wharton with a fair catch signal makes a grab at the 16-yard line. And the Cal Bears are going to take over. 9:31 to play in the 4th quarter, 34-13. And the suspense will build because we're going to take a commercial break on top of it. And I'll give you the answer to that on the back side of this. Buffs on top.
Join us at Fate Brewing Company for the Buffs Primetime Radio Show with head coach Mike McIntyre, Thursdays at 12:30. Located at 1600 38th So Buffaloes football. Buff fans, Lyft is now your safe ride home from Folsom Field. Meet us for pickup in lots 391, 177, 437, 317, and 380 after the game. Use promo code GOBUFFS17 to get $5 off your first 2 rides.
Twice, but he had a year in between where he had some injuries and didn't break 1,000 yards. 9:31 to play in the 4th. Cal takes over. First down and 10 for the 16. Colorado on top 34-14. Bowers out of the shotgun. Buffs bringing pressure. Throw it in the flat on the left-hand side. Grab is made at the 24.
Bowers
and
pass
quickly
complete
out
to
of
number
bounds.
15, Jordan Vesey.
Goes the wide receiver.
Pushed
Jordan
out of bounds
Vesey.
by number
That's a gain of
22,
8 yards
Trey
on that one.
Udofia.
Trey Udofia was on the coverage, and it's second down and 2 now for Cal.
Well, I think what they're trying to do defensively, well, let's get this play run. I'll tell you what I think.
Bowers out of the shotgun. Moving right to left, ball left hash mark. Inside handoff, given off to Laird. He's going to bend it around the right side. Buffs don't have containment. Gets the edge, got the first down, and eventually he's run out of bounds by Evan Worthington. And it's a first down for the Golden Bears on the pitch, and the sweep that time by Laird, gain of 11 yards.
Yeah, Jacob Collier got reached that time. He's got to realize these guys hold you in this, and you got to fight off that hold. You can't tell the official they're holding me.
Right.
So I think DJ Elliott's trying to bring a lot of pressure, force quick throws, and take the corners out of the long game threat.
First down and 10 with the 35. Bowers this time
Right here.
with time. He's going to loft this one downfield. Over the shoulder grab is made by Vesey. He makes the catch at the 25, inside the 20, and finally Trey Udofia brings him down from behind. A long gain inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. That's a 51-yard pickup. And, Coach, if he was trying to force the quick pass, that time it didn't work.
Well, they didn't bring him. They only played 4 that time, and so that's what they were trying to protect against earlier, or at least I think.
Yep, first down and 10. Bowers going to roll the pocket to the right. He's got a man in his face. He whips this one out of bounds. Rick Gamboa that time came up right in the chest of the quarterback
number 17
as it's
was
flung
in
out
the
of
area.
bounds.
So that's why they have to bring pressures. They cannot put these corners on an island against the long ball because they give up the big one. These guys aren't experienced enough, and you can't take those chances. So.
And again, the Buffaloes playing without Isaiah Oliver today. He got dinged up last week against Washington State. Thought he was going to play as we talked to him this week, but ends up not playing. Second down and 10 from the Buffs 14-yard line. Bowers shotgun snap. They got a little tunnel screen left-hand side. Catch by Wharton, and he's going to work his way into the end zone right up the middle. Touchdown, Cal.
Mark, I had it on my notes just from watching the game. I said, I like the tunnel screen in the red zone. And that's just what that was, a little tunnel screen. And they weren't expecting it. They didn't play it like they were anyway. And they've done that several times this year.
Well, with 8:24 to play in the fourth, Cal makes it a 14-point game. Chance to make it 13. We got 5 plays, 84 yards, 107 the time of possession. And out for the extra point, Matt Anderson, left-footed kicker, put down, swings the left leg, and the kick is up and good. And so with 8:24 to play in the fourth, that makes it now a 34-21 game. Colorado football brought to us by Ford, a proud supporter of CU football. Your local Ford store is the home to built Ford tough trucks. Ford, go further and go Buffs. Well, you didn't think Cal was going to roll over and die today. Well, no, the fourth quarter's been their quarter all year. They've played an overtime game, so they came to play 4+ quarters, and that's the way they're built.
Cal player number 34 is now wearing number 33.
All right.
They got some of the same issues we do.
Player number 1 is now wearing jersey number 99.
Wow. So we've got all sorts of costume changes out there in this one. 14-yard reception by Wharton on the tunnel screen. And now Ross Bowers' numbers. He's 19 of 36 passing, 234 yards, couple of touchdowns. Neither quarterback has thrown a pick. Both these guys have played pretty well today, Gary.
They have.
All right, Cal kicking off from right to left, tying end over end over the head of Ronnie Blackman. Out of the back of the end zone. And the Buffs will have it first down and 10 for the 25-yard line.
I'm trying to think of who the Buff player number 1 wearing 99 would be, and I don't think it was number 1. It had to be somebody else.
Well, I suppose it could have been Afolabi Laguna.
But I didn't see a 99 out there.
Didn't you?
No, but I've missed several things.
All right. Here's a score update. Washington now midway second quarter leading at home over UCLA 17-9. 34-21 here. Buffaloes with the lead. First down and 10 for the 25. Takes the inside handoff. Montez swinging out of the backfield. Catch by the tight end. Chris Bounds off the right side. He works his way outside the numbers across the 35 up to the 38-yard line. That is a 13-yard pickup and a first down. Jalen Hawkins is on the tackle, and we've had a tight end sighting again here in Boulder.
Really, really good first down call versus that defense.
First down and 10 from the 38-yard line, and there's a direct snap. Philip Lindsay once again. He's got a seam off the left side. Stutter step running at the 50. He penetrates between the hashes inside to Bear territory. He's down at the 48. That's a 14-yard gain, and Phil now has got 130 yards rushing.
That play's worked 3 times. That's the only time, maybe one other, that they've been able to get to that second level. It's 2 good play calls by coordinators.
Yep.
2 backs in the backfield. They got Bounds and Phillip in there.
Between Brian Lindgren and Darren Cheverini. Calling the plays for the Buffaloes.
5-man front.
First down and 10 for the 48. Montez out of the shotgun. Inside handoff. Give up to Philip Lindsay at the right side. He tries to break away from the defender who reached down and grabbed the right arm of Lindsay. Held him up. A gain of 5 yards. Tony McCarry was the big fella inside, the nose tackle. At 300 pounds, who held up the ball carrier, and the rest of the cavalry arrived to help bring him down.
You know, sometimes coaches don't want to get into the repeat mode where they call the same play 2 times in a row or even 2 times in the same series. They want to stay unpredictable, but you've got that little bootleg that they opened up this series with anytime you want it.
Second down and 5 for the 43-yard line. H either side. Pistol formation. Handoff Lindsay off the left side. He reaches the second level. He's got the first down just outside the hash on the far side. He maneuvers his way down to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards. And Kanashik, the linebacker there in the tackle. New set of downs for Colorado.
Well, you'd hope about the middle of the fourth quarter in this altitude, these big guys would start getting tired.
Yep.
And they've given up some yards here in the last 3 plays up inside.
There was an old football coach, back to your point about running the same play that I worked with years ago, used to say, I'm going to keep stomping that mud puddle till there's no water left. Keep going back to the well. First down and 10 for the 36, pistol formation. Montez with Lindsay behind him. Turns left, hands out to number 23. He's got a seam. He's got the 30 to the far side. He works his way towards the yard to gain. He is grabbed and hauled down at the 25-yard line. That's enough for a first down and a gain of 11 yards before Kanashik was there to bring him down.
Boy, he rolled up Bryce Bobo on that as well. Bryce needs to get out of this game. He's limping back to the huddle. He wants to stay in there, but...
Yep. Clock running, 6:03 to play. In quarter number 4, the Buffaloes 34-21 lead on the Cal Golden Bears here in homecoming. On a day they retired the number 19 of Heisman Trophy winner Rashaan Salam and honored Ralphie of 50 years of the greatest mascot in college athletics. Give it back to Phil. He bounces off a defender, sidesteps his way along the hash on the far side, down to the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 4 yards, and it's become Philip Lindsay time. They're going to keep riding number 23.
Timeout, Cal. Their first of the half.
The Golden Bears will talk it over. We've got 5:40 to play in the contest. Buffaloes with a nice sustained drive here. Second down and 6 from the 21-yard line. 34-21 is their score. Colorado football brought to us by Spine One. Spine One is Denver Center for same-day back, neck, chronic pain, and auto accidents. Schedule your appointment now. Call Spine One at 303-367-BACK.
Well, I tell you, Lindsay's taking some shots today. He hasn't been tripped up. He's been knocked down. I don't know how his teeth take it.
This is the 7. They've had 7 plays in this drive so far. Nice drive going for the Buffaloes. Down to the sideline we go, and Andy Lindahl.
Well, he's taking shots because the holes are right there. The guys getting to him are taking full runs, Coach. These are the best holes I've seen from the end zone for Phillip all year long. It's just been a great performance by that O-line.
They've done a good job. Lindsay's going to get the call again. On second down and 6, they hand off to Phil. He comes off the right side between the hashes. He maneuvers his way down to the 17-yard line.
They're second in the half.
And Cal calls a timeout. It's third down and 3, forthcoming for the Buffaloes now with 5:38 to play in the fourth.
I think this is where you say, hey, diddle, diddle, we're coming up the middle. Because that's what it looks like right now.
Now, wait a second. So far this season, just to let the record show, we have now heard quotes from Socrates and nursery rhymes from Gary Barnett. You're just covering all bases this season,
You know, I'm a man for all seasons.
It is, you're a 5-tool player.
Renaissance man. Renaissance man.
Hey, join us at Fate Brewing Company for Buffs Prime Time with Mike McIntyre, the radio show. On Thursdays, we go live to tape from 12:30 to 1:30, located at 1600 38th Street in Boulder. Fate, your home for Colorado Buffaloes football. And that show airs later on that evening on Thursday nights on the Colorado Football Network. 3rd down and 3 from the 18. Motion man Devin Ross to the backfield. Montez fakes the handoff, drops looking to run now cuts back looking for blockers, and he slides down. That thing was a whole lot of nothing. That didn't look like it was going anywhere. Loss of 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, they brought pressure that time. They had one-on-one coverage, but they didn't have the kind of pass call that would let them get it off. They needed to be in a solid protection and throw the ball, but they had a play action, and by the time it developed, there was nowhere to throw the football.
Well, Cal just called its final timeout with 5:28 to play. So they're out of ways to stop the clock. The Buffaloes still have 2 remaining. By the way, Steven Montez over 300 yards for the 3rd time. He's got 3 touchdown passes or more for the 5th time in his young career. Gary Stevens been good today. 20-26 passing, 347 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Much better.
Yeah.
This is a big this is a big kick now. Even though it's going to be a 16-point and technically still a 2-score game.
Right.
It unlikely of two-point conversion. So this is a big kick for CU.
Spotted down at the 27-yard line between the hashes, kicking left to right. So a 37-yard field goal attempt by James Stefano. Swings the right leg. The 30-year-old freshman out of Australia is right down Broadway with that one.
Money, man. He's money.
Oh, fantastic. Only missed twice this season. He's good with that one.
That's the best recruit of the year right there.
There's no doubt about that. 37-21. The Buffs extend their lead with 5:22 to play in quarter number 4. Stefano, as I mentioned, has only missed twice this year. Both of them, I think one was from 49 yards and one was a 50-yarder.
Yeah.
And it was, and Mike had talked about that one. Stefano had never kicked kind of a long one in a pressure situation, and Mike said, he goes, think of your golf swing when it's a long drive hole and you're going to overswing that thing. He said Stefano came to the sideline and said, Coach, I swung too hard. And Mike said, James, you can just lightly swing it and, put it right between the uprights easily from 50. Don't overswing. And so I think James learned something there, but boy, has he been good this year. Kicking the football for Colorado.
Well, Buff defense now is going to make a decision. DJ Ellis guy, keep the pressure on and make them dink and dunk, or whether they're going to set back, play prevent a little bit, and take your chances. So we'll see what happens.
Davis Bryce to kick off. This is going to be a short one. Davis will take between the hashes at the 4, across the 10, cuts left to the 15 to the 20, got a blocker, 25, cuts back to his right, hit from behind, and twisted down up around the 33-yard line. Making the special teams tackle that time for the Buffaloes was Nate Landman, young linebacker for the Buffaloes. Let's quickly pause 10 seconds now for station identification. This is the Colorado Football Network. Well, again, we got 5:15 to play in the 4th. Buffaloes on top now by 16, 37-21. And Cal has no timeouts remaining. Low snap left that time of Bowers. He grabs it, pulls it down, lofts it in a fade down the right side, and the pass is overthrown on the far side of the field. Diving down, trying to reach out for it that time was Jordan Duncan. Coverage from behind by the Buffaloes. Incomplete pass that time. Evan Worthington was on the coverage for Colorado.
From behind is the key. They rushed 4 that time, gave Bowers enough time to throw the long ball. They're just going to have to sweat it out if that's what they're going to do.
5:08 to play. Clock stops on the incompletion. 2nd down and 10 from the 34-yard line, showing blitz off the edge. Dropping now is Bowers, looking. He's got all kinds of time. Buffs can't get there. Now Callier will force him to dump the ball off as he checks down out in the right-hand flat. Sliding down was Jeremiah Hawkins, the freshman out of Buena Park, California. Makes the catch of 4 yards. Rick Ambeau is from behind, but he was looking downfield, had way too much time that time. Good coverage, though.
4-man pressure again. Twice in a row. We'll see what happens here.
3rd down and 6. The Bears are 6 of 15 on 3rd downs. Bowers, the redshirt sophomore quarterback, Takes the snap, drops the throw, swings it out. Leaping grab is made on the near side, high in the air. Conavine Noah goes up in the air, the left flat, makes the grab. Got hit out of bounds by Evan Worthington, but a first down. Throw and catch that time from Bowers to Noah, a gain of 9 yards. And it's first down and 10 from the 47 now. Clock stops. Now they got it running again as they come back set. 4:15 remaining in the fourth. Buffaloes lead at 37-21. Low snap taken off the shoe tops. Looking right, glances left, now steps up, grabbed around the ankle, got away from Callier. Lob it down the sidelines, pass incomplete. Noah, the nearest receiver out there. Fisher was on the coverage. A near sack that time by Jacob Callier, who had a hold of one ankle of Bowers, who was able to yank away from the linebacker.
That was an empty backfield that time. They're in empty again, it looks like this time. So unlikely the Buffs are going to bring pressure against this. Just hoping for a four-man front to get home.
Second down and 10 from the 47-yard line. 4 minutes to play in the fourth. Buffaloes leading 37-21. Bowers with no help back there. Empty backfield. Here comes a blitz off the edge. They lob it down the left side. Wharton is out there. Over the shoulder grab inside the 30. He makes the catch. He's out of bounds. Trey Udofia on the coverage. They spot him out at the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 25 yards. Nice throw that time by Bowers.
Well, they're showing you why they're a fourth quarter team. And Buffs content on just bringing 4.
Clock running. 3:46 to play. First down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Bowers dropping the throw, throwing the screen. Laird catch out of the backfield. He's got big fellas in front of him. Running to the far side, outside the numbers, hit by Afalabi Laguda. Inside the 25 at the 24. And Laguda is there to escort him out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 yards and a screen to the right side. And it's second down and 6.
That's a big play for Cal. This is the first time they've run it all day. But over the course of the last 3 games, they've run that 2 and 3 times a game in key situations like this.
Clock running. 3:16 to play in the fourth. Buffaloes lead it by 16. Second down and 6 from the 24. Waist high snap to Bowers. He drops, no pressure. Throw it out the right flat. Towing the line, making the grab and falling out of bounds is Brandon Singleton on the right side at the 11-yard line. That is a first down. Dante Wigley on the coverage and a gain of 13 yards. And the clock stops with 3:04 to play. They're giving up some plays on the outside, Coach.
Yep, you got to watch a tunnel screen down here. They like that play.
First down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Bowers empty backfield. He drops. He looks to his right. He throws it to the back of the end zone, and Nick Fisher's there to intercept the ball. And why would he want to bring it out? But he does along the far sideline to the 15, to the 20, up the sideline, and he may go all the way. He's on his way. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown. A 100-yard interception return by Nick Fisher. And the Buffaloes take a 43-21 lead with 2:34 to play.
That's why he wants to bring it back. He wants 6, a record.
My goodness. There was a misread between Bowers and the receiver who cut left. Bowers put it to the back of the end zone. Fisher just waited on it, and it was probably about 8 yards deep in the end zone when he brought it out. And in my head, I'm thinking, just put the knee down. You just secured the game right there. And why not? He took it the length of the field for a touchdown with 2:34 to play in the fourth quarter. James Stefano out for the extra points. The kick is up. It's on its way, and it is good. And with 2:34 remaining in the fourth, that makes it 44-21.
Well, Mark, that was a pretty big play.
Yes,
I guess is 100 as far as you can record, because he caught that about 8 yards deep.
Well, in the NFL, they count the yardage. We'll have to check with the official statisticians. I don't think in college they do. They just count the field length. In the NFL, they actually count the yardage in the end zone. So in the NFL, that's about a 108-yard interception return. In college, that's just a 100-yard interception return by Nick Fisher.
That's going to be 107 yards.
Easily.
They got a great block by Laguda, and then, it was pretty easy sailing. He just had to outrun number 71.
Yeah, who's, by the way, I think the safety's going to outrun.
Which Lindahl could do.
Oh, man. Okay, the coach and you, what are you thinking when he intercepts that? Put the knee down?
Yeah.
Yes, immediately.
Yeah, that's one of those. Don't shoot. Oh, great shot. Don't throw it in there. Oh, what a good pass.
A 100-yard touchdown return on an interception.
That was pretty cool.
By Nick Fisher. That's something you don't see every day right there. Outstanding. Good stuff. And the Buffs have basically salted this one away. Kick into the end zone. 44-21.
Well, they're going to beat this team 44-21 probably. This team beat Washington State 37-3.
Isn't that amazing?
Go figure.
Yep.
Can we do a redo of last week? a Groundhog Day or something?
I'm with you. Well, Gary, you know what? It really illustrates how crazy the Pac-12 is this year. I don't know that there's a great team. I think Washington's a very good team. I'm not sure there's a great team in the league, but there's a lot of good teams in the Pac-12 right now. Wharton with a catch on the right-hand side, right on the numbers at the 30. Darts forward. Dante Wigley is there in the coverage. Runs him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So that's 10 yards and a pickup and a first down.
Well, you think about Nick Fisher when he came in last year when Laguda couldn't play, and he just played a great football game, and the one game he got to play a whole lot in. And this year he's missed the first couple because he was hurt. Now he's got a big play now.
Yep. There's nearly another interception and another misread between Bowers and Wharton, the same guy that he misread on the interception by Nick Fisher. Wharton cut in, pass went out. Wigley got a shot at it, couldn't come up with it.
Well, I'll tell you, I think this Cal team sort of run out of gas a little bit, but the Buffs have played really, really well. I like the game plan on both sides. It's been spectacular. It's been a complete game, special teams.
Second down and 10. There's a hard throw right over the middle, falling down, making the catch. Jordan Vesey over the middle. That's a first down grab. Gain of 17 yards. We got 2:10 to play. Clock running here in the fourth quarter. Buffalo's on top 44-21. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown by Nick Fisher. Kind of salted this one away. Bowers to throw again. Looking. Hit around the ankles. Check down to Nweri, the running back over the middle.
Nice tackle.
Makes the catch. Runs forward. Rick Gamboa is there in the open field tackle at the 40-yard line. Gain of 7 yards.
Gamboa hit him the way they've been hitting Lindsey.
Yep. Rick is a nice college linebacker.
Yes, he is.
Outstanding. Second down and 3 for the 40. Bowers to throw. Has that one swatted down. And Drew Lewis got a hand on that one. Linebacker knocks that one out of the skies. They tried to throw it to Wharton on the right side.
Well, Buffs are having fun out there right now. We haven't seen them do this for a while, and it's great for everybody, including the old broadcasters up here.
Yep. Third down and 3 now for the 40-yard line. 94 seconds remaining. In the fourth quarter, the Bears are 7-16 on third down. 44-21 Colorado. Shotgun snap Bowers. Handoff to Nweri. Runs straight ahead. Evan Worthington rides him down between the hashes. Inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. That's a first down, gain of 5 yards. Well, Gary, this team, and you're around as much as I am, they needed this today.
They needed this.
Something
the
awful.
The staff needed this.
I agree. First down and 10 for the 34 to throw. Bowers over the middle, caught by Noah. Inside the 15, gets away from Nick Fisher. Down the hashes, inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8-yard line. With 1:12 to play, 26 yards in the pickup right there. Defense playing a little soft right now. And the Cal Golden Bears have got about 60 seconds remaining. Bowers with 1 minute to play. There's a fade into the corner. Wharton over the shoulder. Yes, makes the catch against Dante Wigley. That's a touchdown.
Boy, you know, even though it's a late score and stuff, you don't like to see your corners play like, you don't like to see them get beat. You don't like to see your defense give up a touchdown in this situation. It just means that they're not capable of focusing for the entire game.
Right.
Now, it's not going to make any difference, and nobody's going to remember it, but I'll guarantee you Mike McIntyre and DJ Elliott and those guys are going to remember it when they go back in. You got to come play. You got to play the entire game, and then maybe more so. And you can't have lapses of focus.
I'm not sure that's a touchdown, to be honest with you.
The ruling of a touchdown is under further review.
I don't think that was a touchdown. We got a replay there in just a moment. When Wharton caught the ball, his foot was coming off the ground, and I don't think it was touching the end zone surface. And the next foot that came down was out of bounds. So I don't think this is going to be a touchdown here.
Well, you're 0 for 1. You want to?
You know what?
I haven't seen it yet. You want me to look at it?
See what I'm doing right now? I'm pushing all my chips to the middle of the table right here. I'm just going to play this one in. But the point being is Shadon Brown and his defensive backs, regardless of what the call is here, that's going to be a great teaching point on the tape when they're looking at it here early in the week.
Well, all of these are. I mean, they just can't lose focus like this.
I don't think that's a touchdown. Down to the sideline we go with Andy Lindahl.
There's some teaching moments going on right now, Mark, because I can tell you that Nick Fisher wasn't in the right spot either, and coach is letting him know he was not where he wanted him to be at all. So there is some teaching down here. Now, I agree with you. I don't think that's a touchdown. He was juggling it as that foot went out, and I'm not even sure the front foot was in on the replay that we saw, Mark.
Okay, he's juggling. The foot is off the turf. Then he hauls it in, and he steps out of bounds. So this isn't going to be a touchdown. They're going to wave this one off. Do you see how confidently I said that, Gary?
I do, and I'm going to let you have this one. I'm not even going to go and challenge you.
57 seconds remaining. Buffs on top, 44-27.
After review, the receiver did not have possession of the pass, then stepped out of bounds. It's Coach, second and goal from the 8-yard line.
The key is always just to say it with great confidence. What do you say all the time? Never right.
Often wrong.
Often wrong.
Always certain.
Always certain. There you go. That's the way I was doing that one. Always wrong, often certain. No, what was it?
All right, watch the tunnel screen down here. They like that play.
Second down and goal to go from the 8-yard line. Bowers is out of the shotgun. Buffalo's on top 44-21 with 57 seconds remaining. Buffs, they're selling out here. They come with pressure. He's got to run to his left, looking to the end zone, fires, and a diving down grab is made, and that is a touchdown by Jordan Vesey. Right in front of Trey Udofi.
Yeah, Chris Maluma lost containment there. You can't let an active quarterback like that get outside of you.
So the Buffs get the break on the first call, but still give up the touchdown. And with 50 seconds remaining, that makes it 44-27. Panning the PAT.
Now we get an onside kick, which is the most nerve-wracking moment in a football game.
Yep. So out for the extra point comes Matt Anderson. They'll try and tack on one more. And this one is up and good. So 9 plays, 75 yards, 1:44 the time of possession, 50 seconds of the fourth the time of the score, and it's an 8-yard touchdown pass from Bowers to Vesey. So Bowers' numbers end up very impressive. These two quarterbacks look outstanding today. 29 of 52 passing, 359 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Montez 20 of 26, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
Yeah, I like Russ Bowers. I think he's like a gym rat. He's just a guy that looks like he has a lot of fun playing football. And,
yep.
He's made some great plays. In fact, I sent you a copy of him scoring a heads-over heel touchdown.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
By the way, there is a Cal player that got dinged up.
It's Valentino Daltoso, the transfer from Oregon, Mark, 6'4", 310 freshman.
All right. Yeah, if you haven't seen that play of Bowers, what would you call that? He went airborne and got hit and just, literally somersaulted into the end zone. So very slow to get up. One of the great names in college football, Valentino Del Toso. Big fella's up, 6'4", 310 pounds.
Number 1 of Colorado is now wearing number 99.
All right. Down to the sideline we go, and Andy Lindahl.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're going to need some bigger gentlemen to come and help him out because the trainer is too short. Unfortunately, I'm not laughing at him because clearly whatever's bugging him, it looked like it could be the right ankle. That's going to be looked at for a bit. Would you like some fun Ralphie facts there, Mark,
sure,
while we wait?
Why not? On a day we celebrate 50 years of Ralphie.
Did you know that Ralphie 5, the current Ralphie, is the fastest of all the Ralphies?
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
And I'm curious, how do you clock a buffalo? So how do we know? Is
radar?
there a 40-time combine?
Gotta be a radar.
Is there a buff combine?
Yeah, I would think so.
Really? Are you running this, Mister? Because you're the one that's out in the wilderness. Are you clocking animals as they come at you there, Mark?
And by the way, Ralphie 5 is getting near the end of her tenure here pretty soon. What has she been around? 10 years, I think it is now.
I saw one of the Ralphies run Barry Switzer take 10 years off his life right down there on the sideline.
Well, she didn't take enough.
That's when the teams used to come out before she ran.
Right.
After that,
Now we're getting set for an onside kick, and Mike McIntyre calls the timeout. Well, then there was a great
timeout, Colorado.
Bosworth story, right, Gary, where he was going to stand and said he would not move if Ralphie was bearing down on him. And
I don't remember that one. All I know is I got just about taken out right over there on that sideline because Ralphie had passed during the Stanford game, and we didn't have one for 4 weeks, so they were training this new one, and we were playing Missouri, and I'd always come out early, and I'd walk down the sideline. Well, this new Ralphie, we had no idea what she was going to do, and normally they run on the inside of the field. This one ran on the outside of the field.
No.
And I just happened to turn around in time to jump up on the bench. Otherwise, I'd be my ashes would be down there on the sideline somewhere.
Here's the onside kick. It pops up in the air, and Bryce Bowe is there to knock it out of bounds. Here come the flags. He couldn't get his hands on it. And as he reached up for it, he sent that one sailing out of bounds right at midfield, about the 49-yard line. 46 seconds remaining. Official's going to talk this over. Chris Coit again, the referee in this.
I don't think it went 10 yards.
Pac-12 officiating crew.
Are there offsides? I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't know what it
must have been an offsides. It did go 10
There are
yards.
fouls by both teams on the play. Offside, kicking team. Illegal batting, receiving team. Fouls offset, re-kick.
All right. So for the third time, we're going to see a onside kick here. Yeah, you're not allowed to just bat it on a bounce like Bryce Bobo is.
I hate this play, and to have to do 3 of them in a row.
It's like tooth extraction.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So they're going to do it again. They'll tee it up at the 35-yard line. So I thought Lindahl said he had facts as in plural for us. He gave us one, that Ralphie 5 is the fastest.
That is plural for him.
Okay.
That's what. Remember what I said? Often wrong.
Often wrong.
Do they want another fact? I'll give them another fact.
Well, hold on a second here. Let's get the onside kick. They give us another fact. Philip Lindsay's the deep safety on this, by the way. Here comes the onside kick, and it's booted to the near side, tipped up in the air, and Bobo's going to catch this off a deflection. One of the Cal players got a hand on it, popped up in the air, and then Bobo brought it down. So the Buffs do have control of 43 seconds remaining. All right there, Smart Cow. What do you got for us?
Do you know when this current Ralphie debuted?
Well, 10 years ago, it would have been 2007. I remember that. She debuted actually at the spring game, if I remember, and nearly got loose and created all kinds of havoc on the field.
Okay, well, officially she debuted against Eastern Washington. I don't know about the spring game. Now, I was worried to bring that up. Was that an upset that day? That sounds like one of the schools.
No.
Okay,
that
good.
one was almost. Chappelle Brown actually had an interception late to secure that game, if I remember correctly. So it was it was a game that, coming off the Montana State loss the year before, you're thinking, oh, no, not again. That Chappelle had an interception. There's a kneel down by Steven Montez, and that will do it. The Colorado Buffaloes, or will they have to snap this one more time? They will have to do it one more time the way it looks. They're going to set the ball. Maybe they won't. Everyone's kind of milling around out there in the middle of the field. They shouldn't have to snap it again. That should be it right there. And the officials, have they given the signal? No, Steven, they told Steven you're going to have to snap it one more time. So with 12 seconds remaining, Steven Montez takes the snap, puts the knee down, and it is over in Boulder. The Buffaloes knock off Cal on homecoming 44-28, improved to 5-4 in the season. And by the way, another historical note, when program win number 700 in Colorado history, become the 25th program in NCAA history with 700 victories. There's 700, 498, and 36 all time. But more importantly, in 2017, they're one step closer to becoming the first Buffs team to go back-to-back to a bowl game since 04 and 05 as they pick up win number 5 here this afternoon with a victory over the Cal Golden Bears. Coach has a pretty good-looking football game for Colorado today.
That was a much-needed victory. It was a well played by CU. We didn't like
Hey Buff fans, head coach Mike McIntyre here. Did you know that 76% of people believe that distracted driving is a major problem? Yet 86% of people continue to use their phones while driving. There's no excuse, even if it's just for a second. AT&T wants to remind you to always be safe on the road and to please put your phone away while driving. Distracted driving is never okay. It can wait. Go Buffs.
Your Colorado Buffaloes return to Folsom Field on Saturday, November 11th to take on the USC Trojans. It's Senior Day and Military Appreciation Day. Tickets are going fast, so purchase yours by calling 303-49-BUFFS or visit cubuffs.com. We thank you for coming out to today's game. Whether you walked, biked, or drove, please reach your destination safely.